Yo, what's up, dudes? Yo, Ian. Caden. I think that says. Yeah, Caden. Leon. Astro. Kevin. Astro. Rex. Vince. Noelani. What's good, guys? Happy Saturday. What's up? Man, y'all are lucky. I almost didn't even go live today. I stayed up all goddamn night, and I woke up, I was like, fuck that. I'm just gonna sleep the rest of the day. But no, we're here. Alright. What's up, guys? Oh. Hope y'all are having a good weekend, though. I know that I've kind of been, like, struggling the past 2 weeks to, like, stay on the 7 days a week streaming schedule. This shit's just hard, though. Well, it's been hard the past 2 weeks. Last weekend, my dad was here. The weekend before that, I was sick. Well, slightly. And then yesterday, I had to watch my niece majority of the day. You didn't go to sleep till 2 in the morning? Bro, I was awake till 5 a.m. I don't know, I could not fall asleep. Which is rare. Things how usually, because of my crazy ass niece, I can sometimes fall asleep somewhat at a decent hour. But I was like, yeah, tomorrow's Saturday. So I was like, fuck it. I was like, I still gotta go live at the same time, but fuck it. But alright. Slowly recovering after my back surgery. Oh yeah, my dad just had back surgery. Wendy. Underwood. Hi. I'm sorry if I look so apprehensive. I got some PTSD from people named Wendy, but how are you? I hope you're having a good Saturday. Yeah, I know. I rolled out that bitch. I haven't made my bed in like 15 years. Chilling on the couch? Hell yeah. I hope you're having a good weekend. Hope you're having a good Saturday. Alright, let me see what we have on the list today. I think either Astro or Elaine made the list like early as hell this morning. What am I doing today? This. For a little bit. And then, I was supposed to take my niece, me and my sister, we're supposed to take my niece to a strawberry patch where like you pick strawberries, but the weather's kind of shitty today, so I don't think we're gonna do it. And my sister's on call because their unit's about to deploy. I don't know if she's gonna deploy. She might, and if she does, homegirl's going to Africa. But yeah, they're in the process of deploying. They gotta, and bro, they're doing a I don't know if it's war games or if it's just like practice, but man, they got so many F-16s flying around the area, doing all kinds of shit on a daily basis, and it's like non-stop. What is on my face? That's your favorite thing to do, pick strawberries? Yeah, we were gonna do that, but I think the weather's gonna allow it today, so. Let me see what we got. Don't know what we're watching yet. Hold on, let me see. We got some Sunny V2. Oh, dude, I saw the length on that video. That's by Quokka. I don't think we'll get to that. I think it's like balls early in the morning in Australia. So I don't know if we'll get to that one. Australia's Vietnam story. I don't know if we'll get to that. A gaming video, naturally. Some more Warhammer stuff, naturally. Top dumbest infomercials and inventions ever. All right. And then some angry cops. Surprised there's not Donut Operator on here. And I'm surprised there's like one other one that we typically watch. There's like 3. But all right, we'll probably start with, I'm gonna do all of these, really, because these streams stay. So if the person that requested it ain't here, we're running it today. That's what we're doing today. We're running all this shit. And we'll probably start with some Sunny V2. Thank you, Noelani. I was kind of confused there for a second. Vince, I am always down to watch Fat Electrician, man. I'm not really a fan of watching gaming videos anymore, bro. Really, to be honest. I would prefer if it was Fat Electrician. I don't understand the story. Black Ops 1? Yeah, bro. I wouldn't watch that on my own time. I can't pretend to really care on stream time. There's like a 0% chance out of everything on my feed that I'd click on that at all throughout the day, so. And plus, I would always want to watch Fat Electrician. This is so much fun to watch. I don't know if you're getting tired of it, but I'm not. Angie, hi. Yeah, we've watched Warhammer, but when it comes to that, I prefer to watch like cinematics or just like cool cutscenes. I can only pay attention to the lore for so much, right? Because like I watch a Warhammer video and I learn some shit, but it's not like something else where like once you learn it, that's it. Nope, you watch something on Warhammer and you learn something, guess what? 8 billion new questions pop up about what you just learned, and then we gotta watch a video on that, and then that's 8 billion more questions about this massive fucking universe. And I have an average lifespan, you know? I'm just a man. I'm just human. And it's like, you know what I'm saying? It's like never ending. You can't just learn one thing about Warhammer. Once you learn one thing, it opens up just a completely different thing of brand new shit. Like, it's confusing. I think Warhammer is cool and like they look badass and do cutscenes and shit like that. Top dumbest infomercials and inventions ever. Alright. Actually, we should start with Angry Cops. Y'all want to do Angry Cops first? Red, what's going on, man? Watch something scary? We could watch some Nuke's Top 5. We could watch some Nuke's Top 5. Top 10 scariest videos that'll make you shit your britches or some shit like that. They're usually called something different. Top 10 scary videos that'll make you want to slap your mama. Something like that. We could do that at some point. We'll do some Angry Cops. See. Oh, shit. There we go. Perfect. This is all empty right here. See this? I don't know what to put here. Because for some reason, I tried to fill this little empty space right here in with the same shit that's on my Twitch, like those scenes. But I can't find them on my PC for some reason. But apparently they stick. I don't know, it's weird. So there's going to be an empty space here. Actually, the chat's there. Perfect. That's fine. Apparently Henry Cavill is threatening to leave the Warhammer movie. The studio is trying to woke it up and he ain't having it. What happens? Grass isn't always greener on the other side. That's the reason he left The Witcher. Not to mention, see, this is what happens when an actor is also a gamer and a nerd, and you try to cast him for some gaming nerdy shit, and he's like, no, you don't understand what's going on. And they're like, oh well, you don't make decisions around here. You're just the talent, so be quiet. And he's like, oh, word. Find somebody else, I guess. That's what I would do if I was like, I don't know, an A-list actor like Henry Cavill. You don't let me have my way? Bye, find somebody else. I don't care. I'm rich for the rest of my life with or without your movie. You ain't gonna do it right, don't do it at all. But who knows? There's rumors all the time. I'm just gonna take that with a grain of salt. I will watch the Warhammer whatever the fuck he makes if it comes out, if it's a thing. That's not saying I'm going to get into everything Warhammer. There's more lore in Warhammer than all of us have left on our lives combined. All right, let me find Angry Cops. Candy, what's going on? DeRozier, what's up? Hold on, what? I know some people were complaining about the Let's Go Brandon in the comment section. Bro, there's always someone in my comment section being a little fucking pussy bitch. Always. Always, always, always. And I don't really give a shit. I had someone the other day comment like, this commentary sucks. I was like, bet, hit the dislike button and don't come back. You little bitch. Ain't nobody holding a gun to your head forcing you to watch yet. You still clicked on it, watched it. You could have just left. Could have went and gone done other stuff. Go ahead, do it. I don't know how much fuck crybabies. I give a rat's fuck. I'll talk shit to you too. And they can't take it whenever I talk back. I guess they're used to talking shit to YouTubers that don't respond in their comment section. I've been kind of lazy about it the past couple days, but I'm fucking busy outside of this streaming shit. Oh, I did not put enough sugar in that. That's disgusting. I'm not getting back up though. I do feel that there's like more crybaby back bitches in my comment section now than there was a couple of years ago. It's wild. And I think it's just because I'm monetized at the moment and my video gets shown to all the pussies on the platform. Instead of back in the day when I was demonetized, it only got showed to the Well, it got showed to no one. You basically had to go out of your way to find me. But don't worry, give it some time. I'll be demonetized here in a little while. Don't you worry your pretty little faces about it. Here in time, sometime around next year, maybe a year and a half from now, something like that, I'll be demonetized here. It'll be fine. Joke's on you cocksuckers, though, that stay reporting me. I don't really give a fuck about the monetization here. It's just a bonus. Most of my monetization comes from Twitch and Patreon, so go ahead, report, dislike. I don't really give a shit. All right. Okay. After that. Angry meme review. They did not save the children. This could mean any number of things, but we're gonna figure it out. Yeah, I wonder who we're talking about. Or we're probably talking about the military. Let me guess. Did the Navy officer that was caught fucking with that kid, did he not get in any trouble? Probably not. Why would he? He's high ranking. High ranking people in the military are not allowed to get in trouble. It's just a fact. The double standard is actually crazy, but hey, this could be about anything. Let's find out. I could be wrong.
Screw the children.
Uvalde Police, LCDR Martinez. I think this, yeah, Lieutenant Commander Martinez. The one prior to Lieutenant Commander Martinez was the Army guy that was putting cameras inside of bathrooms that were mainly frequented by young adolescent teenagers. And just as I predicted before the video started, he didn't get demoted. He didn't get kicked out. He didn't lose his pension. He didn't get anything. The only thing that he got was he just got sent to another unit. That's it. He just got sent to another unit. Do enlisted ever get that courtesy? No. Do E4s and below ever get that courtesy? Never. Never. Bro. We do a lot less, way fucking less than what these guys do, and we get court-martialed. These guys commit the ultimate fucking sins and crimes, oftentimes against children, and they get to keep their career. Isn't that crazy? Huh? Isn't that crazy? Isn't that just embarrassing? Isn't that just pathetic on the rest of the leadership in the United States military? That's just the way it goes, though. We can't do anything about it. I mean, we could, but we would just wind up in jail. Ugh. Like, whenever I got court-martialed out of the service, my commander was guilty of the same shit I was. I get court-martialed, a couple months later, he gets a job at the Pentagon. So good, bro. It's so good. So good. You love to see it, Cotton. You love to see it. God, this coffee's gross. And I've always been an advocate. Not really advocate. A strong, outspoken person when it comes to officers. They're worthless. They're useless. They're pointless to have. Really. Do you know what's an officer's only purpose in the military, guys? You know what their only purpose is, aside from signing leave forms and giving you an Article 15. Their only purpose is to make sure that when you deploy, you're not out here committing war crimes. That's it. Us soldiers enlisted were very, very angry, rabid pit bulls just begging to go fuck something up. And that officer is that owner with the leash and the harness, yanking you back over and over and over and over again. The only thing saving the enemy from us is that officer. That's their only purpose. That's it. They don't do shit. And if they have to do anything, they're not capable of shit. I've seen it with my own two eyes. Both commanders that I had, and then the one mission that I had to escort a 4-star general known as General Petraeus, absolute garbage. The worst soldiering I think I've ever seen came from those motherfuckers within those ranks. It was pathetic. It was embarrassing. I was like, please go away. Please go away. Unfortunate. Okay, let's see what we got here. They did not save the children. Angry meme review.
Screw the children! Uvalde Police! Lieutenant Commander Martinez! Oh my word! Angry meme review. Welcome to
Lieutenant Commander was screwing the children. Well, child.
another edition of Angry Meme Review. I'm your host, AC, and this is where I break down your fantastic and often, and they better be more, disturbing memes that you've collected and sent to me from the internets by tagging hashtag Angry Meme Review so that I can see it on the Reddits, Facebooks, Instagrams, Farmers Only, Carfax, Big Lots, or wherever you post your fantastic memes. Now, in every Angry Meme Review, I give you some homework to help you meme, get your brain tingling a little bit. And last Angry Meme Review is no different. This was your Angry Meme Review homework on the last episode. Look at that. A man being tortured by demons and then me either helping or not helping. It's up to
That looks like a Diddy party.
you. Facebook came through. Very surprising. Reddit came through with some good stuff too. But before we go and break down your fantastic memes, the randomness, and your homework,
Tracy, hi.
a word from our sponsor. But first, let me ask you, have you ever Googled yourself? Well, there's companies out there called...
I have actually. And I never found anything except for... Well, I haven't Googled myself recently, but... Anytime, nothing ever pops up when I Google myself, my actual legal name. But if I type in XMC, there I go.
data brokers that collect all that juicy little tidbits of information and they sell it to scammers, hackers, governments. That's right, the government is tracking you and seeing where you go to, which site you use, which is why I started using Aura, today's sponsor. Now, cleaning up all my information does reduce the amount of spam that I get, but it also protects me from hackers using this type of information in order to get into my social media accounts, bank accounts, or other sensitive information. With Aura, you also get credit monitoring, antivirus, VPN, password management, all of it? What's your messages for yourself? And we're back to the memes!
I despise the human race.
Did you say he's a human hero?
Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
That's rough. Oh, you're gonna need a wrecker. You're gonna need all kinds of shit for this. It's not a bad, well, yeah, it's a bad day. It's not all the way gone, though. You could still pull this bitch out, but it's a rather annoying day. Hopefully this is in training and not... I think this is in training. It's gotta be.
I've done it once and I'll do it again. Somebody made a Marty Robbins meme for me. Let's kick it off. Military ballads and army songs. The Big Sham. Canteen water. 0430 PT. Unsecured weapon. Private, where's your battle buddy? PT Belts call. Little crack house. Basement Jesus. Stolen valor. In the army. Back pain. 0. Private potato. Games and Stolen Valor, the full-length version. I think Blue Falcon made this for me again, that guy's Photoshop game, it is on another tier. When you're tired of MREs, if that's not the Falcon made this for me again, and that guy's Photoshop game, it is on another tier. When you're tired.
That's great. I hope this is a real photo. I hope this is real. And I don't even care what country's responsible. I hope that's a real photo. That's great. That is absolutely great.
Tired of MREs. If that's not the Appalachia National Guard, I don't know who is. They're just like, hey man, I just hit this deer and I figured why waste it? Saw it side of the road, picked it up, threw it in the back. Figure we take it out on a 4-day weekend in the middle of the range and have ourselves a barbecue. Shoot. You ever have venison? It's delicious.
It is.
I reckon I wouldn't mind having a little supper.
Oh, speaking of Photoshop, I love the Photoshop. My penis, when I'm about to beat it for the 4th time today in a hot latrine. You take one sweaty gym workout photo, and you guys just rake me through the coals.
Anyone here ever tried to masturbate in a hot porta potty in 115-degree weather? You're liable to have a fucking stroke, man. You really are. I'm speaking from experience here.
I wouldn't change it for the world. No one. Lieutenant Colonel Jacob Sweatland.
This fucking
Hello.
guy. Yeah.
Oh God, this one's dark. This one's dark. Get ready for it. Screw the children. Uvalde Police.
Yeah.
Lieutenant Commander Martinez. Oh my word. Oh, for those of you that don't know, yeah, Uvalde, everybody knows about that.
Yeah.
But Lieutenant Commander Martinez in the Navy got caught paying a 15-year-old to do some things. Did a video on it like 3 weeks ago. Yeah, and I'll link the video up here.
Yeah.
Are you ready to join Helldivers? For democracy!
Fred managed to...
If only the Space Force was actually this cool, right? Maybe they wouldn't get made fun of. But hell, the Navy's been getting made fun of for like the past 2 weeks now, very vigorously, because they just cannot seem to get shit right when it comes to social media. I don't know what's so difficult about it. It's just social media. You know how easy it is for me to not accidentally post a dick pic to my goddamn Instagram? So easy. I do it all the time. You know, because I just monitor what I post. Same thing with YouTube. Same thing with Twitch. Yeah, y'all are out here posting fucking dumb brain dead shit. And no one notices. It's crazy.
Democracy throughout the galaxy.
Too much? I don't know if this is
I don't know what this is. This looks...
Democracy throughout the galaxy.
too much.
That is an LHS. I'm not entirely sure. But doesn't that weapon system go on a... Doesn't that weapon system go, like, on a boat for the Navy? I don't know what that's called, and I can't really tell you. But I've seen shit like that, mainly on... Yo, who we fighting here? Who we fighting here? This probably isn't Afghanistan. This is probably somewhere in either Arizona or California. So either Fort Huachuca or Fort Irwin. Somewhere. That looks like something that goes on a Navy vessel. A sea ram. Yeah. Who we fighting? I mean, I'd be down to pop off with this shit on land against someone. That'd be cool. That'd be fun. I'm not really sure I'd be willing to give up my 50 because it's not like you can get behind this thing with your bare hands and actually shoot it. This requires a certain amount of like controls and navigation and computers and shit like that. Kind of takes away from the experience, you know what I mean? So I probably wouldn't give up my 50 for this, but I would like to be there when it actually hits someone. That'd be fun.
I don't know if this is a meme or not. I don't know if this is real or a meme. I don't see why that wouldn't be real, though. Just mobile air defense. I think it's brilliant. If we haven't made that, we...
Air defense? Nah. Use this as people defense. There's no such thing as overkill, at least in my opinion, and at least in my head, going off of my logic. Nah, man. You know how easy you could dispatch a V-bid with this thing? You know how easy you could send Ahmed to his 72 virgins? Blink of an eye.
We should make that. And if we have made it, somebody show me it working.
Angry Cops, that has been made. The ground unit version of that, it's not as grand, it's not as big, it's not as awesome, and the weapon system on it is not as powerful, but a crow system. We already have this. Most of the time, a crow system is going to have either a 240 Bravo or a 50 cal. 9 times out of 10, it's probably going to have a 50 cal. But a crow system, yeah, it goes on top of the truck. It has cameras, infrared, night vision, the whole nine, right? 360 degrees. You sit inside of the truck with a little joystick, and it's like playing a video game, essentially. Yeah, we already have a version of that for ground, but I don't see why we couldn't incorporate this as well. Why not?
There's got to be a video somewhere of it actually like operating. All the troops would be safe from any incoming rounds. Ow, ow, ow. Warning, warning.
You couldn't give me that weapon system. War crimes would be had.
Good to go. My knees.
What did you do to me?
The army.
I took away your bending.
What's that? Why? That's my favorite meme of this Angry Meme review. Tell them what they want, AC. They want a Voodoo Tactical Level 3 Assault Pack. That's right, with all these zippers and doodads and molly gear, you can hang anything that you want off this backpack.
Put
A
them on the
small
border.
child, an extra magazine. You can even put a bulletproof insert in this bad boy and make sure your kids stay.
Yeah, we could just give Border Patrol a day off, or maybe a week, or maybe a month. This thing would probably put Border Patrol out of business, DJ. It really would. Well, not so much out of business. It would put most of those Border Patrol agents out of a job. Really. And especially if you set this thing to just fire based off of movement, ain't nobody coming into this country. The only thing that Border Patrol would be able to do if they set this shit at the border, they would stop being Border Patrol agents, and instead they would just transform into Border Patrol janitors. Because that's all they would be doing, is just cleaning up wreckage.
Stay alive during the next school shooting. That's right, Smitty.
I'd love to see it, though.
Hey, Smitty, yes, you get a hold of me in the DMs on Instagrizzles or Reddits, and I'll send you a care package. Is Rich the Kwisatz Haderach?
Ooh, that knife is dull as fuck. You could still stabby, though.
May thy knife chip and shatter. That's my grandfather's World War II K-bar.
Oh, shit.
And I did a really good joke about it before, accidentally. Oh, NCO of the swamp, what is your wisdom? We could have gone around this, sir. Got to motive for using my gun.
Yeah. I love how, yeah, this kind of makes sense. What is your wisdom? Yeah.
We could have gone around this, sir.
The most important word here is the last one. Sir. Do you see what I'm saying, bro? Officers. This would be an officer's idea. Let's go right through it. It'll be good, right? We'll be super high speed and we'll be super cool. And realistically, truth be told, the only reason I want to do this because I want to have a cool story to go back and tell my girlfriend. When we could just go around, save ourselves some times. We're not storming Normandy here, you know? Fucking idiot.
Got to motive for using.
That's training though. That's not an actual thing. What is this? Third company, 82nd.
My government travel card incorrectly, so my company decided to make my going away plaque a government travel card. Now that's Army. If you've never been in the military, when you up, that becomes your nickname. That becomes what you're known for. Camp Pendleton, the Marines can fix the barracks. The barracks. Just did a video on that one. Camp Pendleton.
We haven't seen that video. Seems like a video that would piss me off. Why are the Marines having to fix the barracks? I understand that the Marines have to, if you have to clean the barracks, we used to have to do that all the time. Police call. Shit's annoying. Especially when you're having to clean up part of the barracks that's not even anywhere close to your room. It's like, man, I didn't make that mess. But actually fixing the barracks? The soldiers have to fix the barracks. Meanwhile, we send another 10, 15, 20, 25, 50, 60 billion to another fucking goddamn country that not one single goddamn American can point out on the fucking map. Yet we can't produce the funds to fix the barracks so that our soldiers can have a semi-decent place to live. You know, people that live in the ghetto on fucking food stamps, their living situation is better than some of ours. It's embarrassing.
Elton making Marines fix the barracks. Whatever. When you are the reason for sharp training. I want to go to Chow, but I can't find my reflective belt. Oh my God! Deployed overseas became insanity when all of a sudden it was like 2009. They were like, you gotta wear your PT belt everywhere that you go when it's at nighttime because one person got hit by a truck. So now we're all just lit up in the middle of the night waiting for a sniper to hit us. Most fucking stupid bullshit ever. Every commander, look at me, officers. This is your fault. You're all fucking stupid for making us do that.
You're all fucking idiots. And you know what's also funny? I was just talking to my sister about this the other day. You know what's funny about the whole PT belt thing? Quick little fucking rant here. I never understood, especially when I was in the Army. I don't know about Navy. I don't know about Air Force. When I was in the Army, it was so fucking stupid. They were like, PT belt, PT belt, PT belt, PT belt, PT belt. And in my head, I'm just thinking, yo, why do we need a fucking PT belt? And they were like, oh, so people can see you, so you're safe, so you don't get hit by a fucking car, right? So this doesn't happen. And I'm just like, yeah, but you see this entire road right here? You see this entire road, this like 3 miles worth of road that we run on? Guess what happens at 6:30 in the morning? This road gets completely shut down. It gets completely closed off to everyone, except for the soldiers doing PT. If you ever go on an Army installation between the hours of 6:30 and 8:30 in the morning, there are going to be certain roads they're not going to let you take. There are going to be certain roads you're not allowed to drive down. Guess what? Soldiers are doing PT. So I have to wear a PT belt so that I can be properly seen and be safe so that I don't get hit by a car that's not even allowed on the goddamn road that I'm running on? Makes sense. Make it make sense. Stupid asses. I hate it. I'm telling you, bro, like the PT belt was just one thing. It's just like one more inspectable item that they can use to fuck with you and get you to do push-ups and give you corrective action when none needs to be given in the goddamn first place. It's fucking retarded. Again, I'm telling you, bro, officers, they're so pointless, man. They're so pointless to the overall mission. It's not even funny.
Dumbest shit ever. World War II. Our grandfathers were running around at night, totally wearing fucking reflective belts because safety. Because one person got ran over by a truck. You're fucking embarrassing. That one Joe purposely chugging caffeine and overpacking his chew so he can get that no lube medic handshake. Funny that Diddy is in that. Very funny. Diddy will definitely probe you. Allegedly, when you and your E4 buddy acquire some danger putty to relocate the pedo lieutenant colonel and his car to the next county. Lisan al-Gaib! Lisan al-Gaib!
Red licorice or black licorice? I say both. Oh, you think you've had licorice?
Oh, somebody made a couple good memes about the $18,000 man camps. And you know what? I'm just gonna let this video speak for itself.
And we can charge anything we want, $2,000 a day, $10,000 a day, and people will pay it. And then there's the merchandise. And I can personally...
Donald.
This park was not built to cater only for the super rich.
Everyone in the world has the right to enjoy these animals.
Now that's all she wrote for the randomness, but now it's time for your homework, class. That's right. We now get to see what you delightfully delectable deviants have used this fantastic meme template.
I guess it's been a while since we watched an angry meme review because I don't remember this one from the last one we watched. Maybe we didn't watch it. I'm not sure.
For getting tortured by demons, getting poked with the pitchety forks, and me standing there either being your savior or a part of the problem. Let's get into it. Photoshop. You guys are great at Photoshop.
I love being
and I
part of the
love
problem.
the Photoshop. Case in point, Karate Kid. Wax on, wax off, Daniel-san. That's right, I taught Daniel-san and Mr. Miyagi. I was there, totally. Who's the master? Oh, what movie is this from? Oh, it's like, shit, come on.
Remember.
The Last Dragon? Is it The Last Dragon? Oh, I've seen it. Put
I saw it when I was a kid, I think. I can't remember the name of it.
a clip in there, Pat.
Who's the one and only Malcolm?
What was this movie called?
The parents, Epstein probably, Harvey Weinstein, your mom, Hollywood, Dan Schneider, Nickelodeon kids. Oof.
I told you. Didn't I tell you? Straight up Diddy party. Really. That's what I said earlier. That's what it reminds me of. This is literally Hollywood.
Probably Harvey Weinstein, your mom, Hollywood, Dan Schneider, Nickelodeon kids. Oof. They can't get away. You're not the same since you joined the military. Alcoholism, PTSD, ZRTC, 29 palms, Iraq deployment, nicotine addiction, Camaro at 28% APR. You, the president's laughing in the background, has me dying. Hysterics.
This one hits a little bit too close to home right here. Yeah. What did I suffer from? Alcoholism, check. Iraq/Afghanistan deployment, check. Nicotine addiction, still check. PTSD, still check. JRTC 29 palms. I don't know what that is. I don't know what that is, but yeah, that's it. That's it. You're pretty unrecognizable from how you were before the service and how you are after the service. Kind of, for the most part.
29 palms, Iraq deployment, nicotine addiction.
Other people might not notice, but your mom and dad will.
Camaro at 28% APR. You, the president's laughing in the background, has me dying. Hysterics. George Bush in the corner and Barack Obama and Biden. Love it. When the strippers find out you have TRICARE, run. The E1 who left his rifle unattended.
Oof.
Now we're talking. This is what happens when your MedPros is red. When the command sergeant major walks in on the E4 Mafia gang banging the new butter bar. Drill instructor. This is what happens when you don't have your battle buddy. That face when someone asks you what it's like being a cop in 2024. Yes. Yeah. Pretty much. Everything's my fault? Oh, thanks.
Yeah.
Don't blame the guy with the gun that shot at me and robbed a car. It was okay. It's just all my fault.
That
then.
makes sense, yeah.
Whatever. When you're the only boot to notice the first sergeant silently standing there. Eddie, too late. Too late. Drop. Those few Marines who enlisted specifically to fight demons because of a game from 1993. Dude, if it was that easy, if it was Earth versus aliens like Doom or Helldivers, we would all get along. We'd have a common enemy. We would just plow forward, killing bugs. When the U.S. Coast Guard says they are...
Instead, you go over there and you have to play the whole hearts and minds game. Hi, we're from America, and we're here to help you. Had I known that I was going to have to do that, I probably wouldn't have joined. Like, nah, man, I kind of just actually really just wanted to shoot at people. And then instead, it's just a whole bunch of handshaking and ass kissing and pretending like we actually like these goddamn people. No. No.
are the same. Because nobody gets to pick on the Coast Guard, but we get to pick on the Coast Guard. All right? We get to. Nobody else, though. Some civilian picks on the Coast Guard, they can suck my fat. Brandon Herrera's politician initiation.
I wonder what my boyfriend was like before his service then. He's ex-Marine. He's probably a lot nicer. He probably had a lot more patience. He was probably somewhat of a more level-headed person. Who knows, maybe he didn't change. Some don't. The majority of us do. Bro, we do. I remember coming home from my first deployment, and my mom was scared of me. Like, legitimately afraid of me. That wasn't really a good feeling either. And I couldn't really help it. In my head, I didn't think I had changed. I thought that I thought that the military simply just made me more, or just brought out more of who I already was. But no, it definitely changed a lot.
Don't fall for it, Brandon. Don't fall for it. Don't be a piece of shit like Tony Gonzalez. Tony Gonzalez actually called Brandon a neo-Nazi. By the way, Tony Gonzalez is in the district that Brandon Herrera is running for. Brandon Herrera is running against Tony Gonzalez. And Tony Gonzalez, a lying piece of shit, called Brandon a neo-Nazi. And now I'm all about supporting Brandon Herrera and saying Tony Gonzalez, a lying piece of shit, who called my friend a neo-Nazi. He's a liar. And
you can always tell when someone's running for any kind of office that they don't have shit to say and they're not about shit. You know, instead of roasting his platform and instead of roasting his policies and instead of you know, hitting back at the things that he actually says, you actually got nothing to say. Nothing. So you just go with, you're just a Nazi. Yeah, but why shouldn't we vote for him? Because he's a Nazi. Do you have anything else to say besides that? No, that's all I got. Because I'm an idiot.
we don't need any more liars in office. So, vote for Brandon. Okay, carry on. The 11th time my battle saves me from another bad decision. Oh my gosh, that is true. Good friends just rescuing us from ourselves.
I was that friend saving my other friends from bad decisions. No one ever saved me from bad decisions, though, unfortunately. I married a whore my first time.
Now that does it for this angry meme review, but just like every angry meme
What's
review.
the next one? What's the homework?
I give you a little bit of homework. Kapow! That's Eli. He's just so absolutely defeated and tired that he looks like an
I love that hat. Assholes live forever. Assholes finish first. Indeed.
80-year-old crackhead that's looking on the ground to find one cigarette butt for a final puff. And if you're having
Eli looks absolutely fucking hammered, and look at Fat Electrician in the background just grinning, looking at the ground like we spiked his drink and he has no idea. This is gonna be great.
having trouble trying to put this into a meme format, allow me to help you. It's
funny. He's looking all fucking befuddled and confused, and Fat Electrician is back here like wait till we tell him tomorrow that the girl that he slept with isn't a girl.
always hell yeah, brother, and never how are you, brother. So take this fantastic meme template and make your own memes with it. But don't forget to tag hashtag angry meme review so that I can look at it, view it, and then throw up the next angry meme review. The best way to support the channel is to get yourself a shirt. I've got a new shirt. It's offensive, and I think you'll enjoy it. Welcome to Palestine. That's right. I made a t-shirt about the airdrop that crushed a couple Palestinians.
I don't know, Tracy. I was a whole hell of a lot nicer before I joined the service. Yeah, was I a bit of an asshole? Of course. At the time, I was 18. Find me any 18-year-old male that's not a douchebag, really. There's some exceptions, of course, obviously. Just preaching to the choir here, but I don't know, man. I was very different before I joined the service. I joined the service and I lost patience. I lost, yeah. I became more of an asshole. I became more of a dick. I became more direct. I became excited about confrontation instead of just avoiding it. It's sometimes I even prayed for confrontation, and that's just the way it made me. Really. It also gave me a severe allergy to bullshit. I was more patient with things. I was more open to things, and then after the service, all of that shit just went away. Like, yeah, it all just down the fucking drain. Kind of just like lost my respectful nature too, even though you have to exhibit that behavior in the military. I just faked it, really, for the sake of all of these pussy officers that you're gonna salute me. Okay, whatever you say, you little fuck boy, I suppose. But yeah, military definitely changed a lot about who I was and how I behaved and all of that shit. Okay. That was fun. There's some good stuff in there. Ugh. All right. Next is some Sunny V2. Let's check it. Oh shit. I haven't even read what this is. Hopefully it's a new one, that way I don't have to go far. Yeah, it is. Right. Yeah, this is it. By Sunny V2, Why People Are Laughing at Ronda Rousey's Failure. Yeah, I've noticed. I don't really follow UFC all that much. I mean, watch clips here and there. I got surface level knowledge of some of these fighters. I know who Ronda is. Obviously, she used to be the shit back in the day. And now I kind of know why people are laughing at her. I think people are laughing at her for the same reason that my mom laughs at her, because my mom watches the females in UFC. And she kind of just she fell off, really. Fell off in the fighting world, I think. Got her ass whooped way too hard one time, and then that was kind of it. But that's what happens when you're always winning, and then all of a sudden you lose, and either you can't take it mentally or physically, or you just like lose your desire or motivation because you're not used to defeat, I suppose. And now, from what I can remember, the only thing Ronda Rousey is doing now is Raid Shadow Legends commercials. Which is okay if you're a YouTuber trying to make a living. But for a UFC fighter that used to be at the top of her game and at the top of the sport and a master of her craft, going from that to Raid Shadow Legends promotions is a very big fall off for someone like her. And I think I think that right there lies the reason why people make fun of her. I'm pretty sure it's more than just that. We're gonna find out, but yeah, girl fell off hard. There's no two ways about it.
I'm a hungry individual. I want to grow. I want certificate.
My boss told me
She might have
Okay. Yo, Ryan, what's going on, man? Ronda went to the WWE for a bit. I think that even that is a fall off. It really is. Going from UFC to some fake shit. I'm not sitting here talking bad about WWE. I used to love it as a kid, but then, as I got older, it wasn't for me anymore. When I was a kid, I really truly was under the impression that everything I saw was real. The confrontation was real. The hatred was real. The back and forth was real. And then I come to find out that it's not. And that kind of just like really just threw me off of it. I was like, I'm not watching this anymore. Like, I really did think that these dudes wanted to kill each other. And that's what kind of drew me in. And then when I came to find out that all of it was scripted, I was just like, no. The blood is real. The broken bones are real. You get thrown off a fucking 20-foot ladder onto some canvas and you go through 4 tables and then hit. That shit hurts. I know it does. It has to, right? So that was real. But just the whole script and all of that stuff, it kind of threw me off. And then as I got older, I was like, no, I'm really good. But even transitioning from that to WWE is a fall off, bro. You're going from an actual combat sport, from an actual combat blood sport, a real combat blood sport, where these motherfuckers actually really truly do hate each other sometimes, And even if it's fake, it's because they made it fake for promotion, not because it was scripted that way by the organization. It's still a fall off, in my opinion. That's just... You knew her from WWE? No, I knew her from UFC. Man, she was rolling through these ladies. And then she got knocked the fuck out hella fucking hard, and then I think that's where her career just went downhill. Ronda Rousey, correct me if I'm wrong, but I want to say that was her last fight, right? When she got knocked the fuck out by that blonde girl. Yo, she got wrecked. Hard. She got absolutely wrecked. Did she fight after that? Maybe she did, maybe she didn't. I don't pay too much attention. I kind of just catch the highlights, and sometimes I watch something by Chiseled Adonis, because he covers UFC, boxing, all sports really, and his commentary is hilarious, especially when it comes to people getting knocked the fuck out, sent to the Shadow Realm. But I think she got knocked the fuck out once, dude, and she got embarrassed, and she got completely destroyed, and I think that was the end for Ronda Rousey. And you can always tell who really, and she was still in her prime too, I feel. And plenty of fighters get knocked out, and guess what? They fight again. Plenty of fighters get embarrassed and defeated, and they fight again. Ronda, on the other hand, I don't think that was the case. I don't know too much of her career, of what happened after she got knocked the fuck out in spectacular fashion. Which is kind of still a meme at this point today. People use that clip of her just getting right hook, left hook, kick to the face, and she just gets turned around and put through the rinse cycle really, really hard. And I just don't think that... I don't think she... her body probably could have still handled fighting, but I don't think her brain could handle it. Really, to be honest. Not talking shit about Ronda. It's just like, you know, messed with her psyche probably. Like, oh, I thought I was going to be undefeated forever. I thought I was the shit. I thought I was the best female fighter in the history of the world, and it was going to remain that way. I thought I was going to be the next female Floyd Mayweather. I thought I was going to be the next female Mike Tyson. Turns out I'm not as badass as I thought, so I'm just going to quit. I could be wrong, man. Again, I don't know what happened after that fight, or what happened to her career. I didn't really follow, but then let's get started.
17 million followers, but with only a couple thousand likes per post, it's safe to say Ronda Rousey has only a few active fans. Through hypocrisy, a massive ego, and undeniable delusion, Ronda Rousey has become one of the most unlikable athletes ever, recently wrecking her final career opportunity and sparking a mass exodus of social media followers. So why are people so happy to see her?
Yeah, that's the fight right there. That's the fight right there. I truly feel that fight, in that moment, that was her undoing.
Fail. Well, arrogance, that's why.
What makes me so confident that I can win is I'm the greatest fighter in the world.
Now, in the beginning, Ronda's arrogant statements were at least partially justified. She'd spent 4 years winning every fight available, although there was one massive issue. 9 out of her 12 fights were won using the exact same move.
So she didn't really have knockout power. It was all submission.
Submission via armbar. Fans would therefore label Ronda a one-trick pony, because while being extremely skilled at armbars, she was seriously lacking in other MMA.
Everyone in the UFC can do an armbar. Man, everyone. It doesn't really make you special. It really doesn't.
Areas. As far back as 2012, people wrote...
Most male fighters... armbar, from what I've seen, that's their last resort, really. They'll try taking you down, they'll try fighting you on their feet. A lot of dudes go for a knockout, right? Some kind of just spectacular kick to the head, like just a really, really fast hook that's just like exciting and shit like that. But when your go-to is straight to submission, kind of boring in that way, a little bit.
Does anyone else think Ronda Rousey is greatly overrated? Her striking game is almost non-existent. Is she a good judoka? Absolutely. Is she a good mixed martial artist? Not at all.
And Ronda had a very limited approach. She didn't kick, and she wasn't necessarily the most skillful boxer. She didn't really have a tremendous amount of experience.
Her lack of striking ability has since been featured in compilations such as this one, while people were even commenting at her peak. Anytime I need inspiration, I watch her hit a heavy bag or shadow box. If she can make it to the UFC with that sloppy garbage, then anything is possible.
Maybe this was just a case of just her being a lot more physically tough and imposing than the rest of her opponents. Until she actually came across an opponent that was more technically sound than she was. And in that situation, it doesn't matter how tough you are or how big you are or how strong you are. Technique will always win out the day, and when you only have one move and you're spamming it, eventually people are going to figure out how to deal with you. And it took someone 4 years to figure out how to deal with Ronda, but once they exposed on how to deal with her, that was it, bro. And then that's when the sharks come out. Blood in the water. That's when the sharks come out. Like, oh, that's how we beat her. Bet. Easy. Fantastic. I'll train exactly like that. Right.
Despite her obvious weak spots, Ronda maintained her arrogance.
I know the level my striking is at, and that's one of the advantages that I have is they don't really know.
Which even extended to her personal life.
I really wouldn't want to waste any time on a guy that is easily intimidated by me. I mean, there's more intimidating things in life than me, so if that stopped you already, then you're just saving my time.
Although there was no better example of arrogance than her 12th and final UFC win. Ronda won the fight with a clumsy knockout punch, but still walked away with an egotistical look on her face, as if she couldn't be beaten by anyone. Ronda refused to show even the smallest bit of humility, and as explained by one of the comments, this was probably the worst thing that could have happened to Rousey. This fight was her downfall as it made her far too confident in her bad striking, and she never felt the need to improve anything, which was especially bad given her next opponent was Holly Holm.
That's her name, Holly Holmes. I've been racking my brain since the video started to remember. Yeah, Holly Holmes destroyed the fuck out of Ronda, bro. It was brutal.
A 19-time boxing world champion. In the lead up to their fight, Holly was humble and extremely kind.
As far as Ronda's performances, not just some of them have been impressive, all of them have been impressive. So, I mean, nobody can argue with that.
While Ronda was extremely rude, maintaining that nobody could
hold on. The fuck is going on? Up it.
Ever beat her.
Beating Holly Holmes is definitely in my hands, and I'm gonna do it.
Ronda's arrogance was even worse in other interviews.
I'm great.
I don't think that her being arrogant during interviews and during the lead up to the fight should be frowned upon, to be honest, Sonny. All of these fighters are like this. You have to be. And in most situations, this is a defense mechanism. You are fighting, bro. You're in a blood sport, and you're going up against someone that wants to kick the shit out of you in front of thousands, if not millions of people. You might be scared. You might be anxious. You might be nervous. And what's the best thing to do to replace all of those emotions? Shit talking. Acting bigger than what you actually are. In some cases, that might give you motivation. That might give you hype to be cocky, to be arrogant, to talk shit. We see it happen all the time, right? Conor McGregor does it masterfully. Right? Mike Tyson has done it masterfully. Tons of boxers have done it. Tons of UFC fighters, right? And that's pretty much the name of the game in WWE. You got to act bigger than what you are. In some cases, that's like, it helps you a little bit. I don't really think that's anything to be frowned upon. However, when you do act this way and you lose, you have to be humble about it, because if you're not, and you start talking shit, and you start making excuses, it just destroys your credibility. It's part of the sport. It comes with the territory. I don't really look at it as a bad thing.
Great at this. I'm the best at this. I'm more prepared than she is for this, and I'm going to win on Sunday. And everyone's going to see.
Still refusing to show a single shroud of humility.
I'm better than every other girl in every area.
And not to mention, I prefer it this way. I prefer that you talk as much shit as possible, because when you get beat, it's just that much more satisfying, really. Especially if motherfuckers don't like you.
Of MMA. MMA striking is different, and I think I'm the best at it.
When the day of their fight finally came, Holly...
That right there just sounds like confidence more so than arrogance, but...
offered to touch gloves, yet Ronda Rousey refused. And while Ronda had just 4 weeks prior stated...
she can try and kick me in the head, but it's not going to go like that. Not the way she wants.
This is exactly how the fight ended.
Yeah, I think that's the reason you lost, Ronda. This right here. While Holly Holmes is training, while she's in the gym, you're doing interviews with Jimmy Fallon.
Holly knocked Ronda out with a kick to the head.
It's the same reason why fucking Mike Tyson got beat by Buster Douglas. He was partying, doing interviews, fucking strippers, doing drugs, wasn't prepared for the fight, could have easily beat this guy, but didn't.
Head, with Ronda's face from before and after the fight, confirming she'd been completely humbled. Well, just kidding. Ronda refused to accept that Holly was simply better.
I think that it's probably
See, that right there, if you're gonna talk shit, bro, you can't behave this way afterwards. You just can't. You really can't. It is better to just be like, listen, I talk shit, you lose sometimes, man. Everyone has their day. Everyone loses. No one's unbeatable. No one's invincible. I thought I could do it. I talked my shit. It didn't happen. And I just got beat by a better fighter. Man, it was my time to lose that day. Had you done that, you probably would have kept a shred of respect. And people respect that. Whenever you act humble about a defeat and stuff like that. You know, I tried my best. I did everything I could. She got the best of me that day. Maybe if we fight again, I'll get the best of her. Right, stuff like that, but you can't be this way after a loss, bro. It's
hard for her to really maybe admit that. I was just the better fighter.
And instead began to make braggy excuses for why she lost the match.
It was my 3rd title fight in 9 months, and I don't think anyone's ever even attempted that before. And that's a lot. I think the one thing that was different, I just kind of felt tired.
Ronda then tried to make the audience feel bad for her.
What am I anymore if I'm not this? And I was literally sitting there and I'm nothing. I'm like, what do I do anymore? No one gives a
You pull yourself up by your fucking bootstraps, Ronda, and you fight again. Man, that's it, dude. You just, oh, Lord. And I understand, man, sometimes females can be a little bit more emotional than males, but you're in a blood sport, girl. Come on now.
about me anymore without this.
Although the comment section wasn't having any of it. You know, Ronda's ego was so out of control and she thought herself unbeatable. She had no respect for anyone and trashed all of her opponents. She deserved to get knocked out and brought down to earth. In an article titled "Rooting for Ronda Rousey is Tough and It Has Nothing to Do with Her Loss," ESPN highlighted that Ronda had publicly smeared Floyd Mayweather for his history of domestic violence, yet she was dating another MMA fighter who had been accused of domestic violence himself. To make matters worse, the article brought up Ronda's 2015 book, in which she talked extensively about assaulting her ex-boyfriend. She punched him in the face with a straight right, then a left hook. When he still wouldn't move, she slapped him again, then grabbed him by the neck of his hoodie, kneed him in the face, and tossed him aside on the kitchen floor. The incident ended, she said, at her car, when he tried to prevent her from driving away, and she pulled him by the neck of the hoodie again, dragged him out onto the sidewalk, and left him writhing there. This might explain why Ronda also began to claim that she could beat the male heavyweight UFC champion, stating, "You cannot tell me that it's physically impossible. It is."
No, it is physically impossible. You beat up on your boyfriend who wasn't fighting back. You're not doing shit against Silva. You're not, hell, even at his age, you're not doing shit against Chuck Liddell. Man, you're just not. You're not doing shit against Forrest Whitaker. You're not doing shit against any of these guys. You're not doing anything against an amateur male fighter. You're probably not doing much against those fighters that are just fighting for $200 at a bar. Sorry, Ronda. I'm sorry to bust your bubble and your dreams, but it is impossible for you. for your gender. That I'm not sorry for saying it. That's the brutal truth. You were fighting against your boyfriend who wasn't fighting back, probably because he didn't want to go to jail because you were the aggressor. But in the case that he actually turns up on you and wipes the floor with you, you're going to play the victim and call the police and he goes to jail. It's a lose-lose for him every single time. But in this situation, it's a lose-lose for you, period. Guaranteed for the rest of time. So,
It's possible that in any given moment that I could beat him. I simply believe in my possibilities. UFC fighter Ian McCall politely responded, "She's dangerous, she's good. I get it, but it's just silly." Meanwhile, on Reddit, people dunked on Ronda mercilessly. In any given moment, under the right circumstances, I think it is possible. Sure, but armbar...
Yeah, in any given moment, under the right circumstances, those circumstances would have to be the male fighter is blindfolded with both hands tied behind his back. But even then, do you know how deadly some of these male fighters are with their legs, their feet, their knees? Bruh.
A man while he is sleeping is just a dick move. But hey, it's Ronda. A different user then shared this video showing that Ronda couldn't even keep up during a sparring session and therefore added the comment, "With this video, anyone with the deduction skills of an 8-year-old would have to say a 250-pound cane would have as much trouble with Rousey as maybe a really angry toy poodle." Ironically, Ronda couldn't even win against those in her own division, which only became more obvious in her next fight after Holly Holm. 1 year after getting owned by Holly, Ronda tried to make her come.
Okay, so she fought again. This, I didn't really, I barely followed male UFC at the time, let alone female UFC. I really did think that fight with Holly Holmes was her last fight, but it wasn't. She did try again.
Back by fighting an even harder opponent, Amanda Nunes, who knocked Ronda out after only 48 seconds. Damn. Ronda's face from before and after the fight was again extremely poetic, with the top comment stating Holly took her to school and Amanda straight up expelled her. Such an embarrassing loss for one of the most arrogant, ungracious fighters in MMA. Love to see it. In the lead up to the fight, the media had said about Ronda,
"If she doesn't win impressively, I think this is her last fight. If she loses, I don't think we ever see her again."
Which turned out to be true, although Ronda still refused to admit that she wasn't the better fighter.
Do you think about the last couple fights? Do you think about the last fight against Amanda or Holly?
I think I'd just rather not talk about that right now.
Poor Ronda, she still can't get over those 2 losses in the UFC. You can clearly tell every time someone asks her questions about her return.
If I made millions of dollars simply just fighting, I don't give a fuck if I had 10 losses on my record. Bro, you're getting paid millions of dollars to just fight. Meanwhile, other people, they gotta go to work. They gotta wake up at 6 o'clock in the morning, drive 45 minutes to a job they fucking hate, deal with a boss that they want to fucking kill for really, really shit pay. And you're getting paid millions of dollars to simply just fight and stay in shape. I wouldn't give a damn if I had 10 losses on my record. I'd be like, yeah, I lost 10 times, but every time I look at my bank account, I just get the biggest smile on my face, so it's okay. It's fine. And I understand to some of these people, some of these fighters, male and female, it's not about the money, it really is about the glory. But still, like, come on now.
To MMA. She'd post a photo to her Instagram reading, "And so rock bottom became the solid foundation on which I rebuilt my life," which turned out to be accurate, as she'd soon find another chance at repairing her public image. In January 2018, Ronda Rousey signed a full-time WWE contract.
But you're doing this full time now, right? This is your job?
Full time. They got me for a multi-year deal.
And after her debut match, she was surprisingly loved by the audience. The Washington Post wrote, "The match exceeded expectations, with fans firmly behind Rousey, even breaking out into yes chants at points, while comments on the debut video read, 'Glad to see her smiling again. Reminds me of when she first started her MMA career. She was so genuine here. Hard to see why anyone could hate her. I'm actually excited to see her. I just hope Vince doesn't screw this up,' although as highlighted by a later comment reading,
I'm pretty sure Ronda screws it up, let's see. Which I don't even see how she could screw it up here, because this is the perfect venue and this is the perfect platform to be as arrogant as you want. It is WWE, WWF, all of this wrestling stuff. This is the perfect time to be as arrogant and ego-driven as you want. And there is no, like, even if you lose, it's part of the plan. It's part of the show. Let's see how she fucks it up.
It's impressive how she managed to turn both the MMA and wrestling fan bases against her. Her WWE likability wouldn't last long, because the show chose to pin Ronda against an even more beloved wrestler, Becky Lynch, and as a result, Ronda was painted as the villain and booed by fans during every single match. As a part of their storyline, Becky was arrested, posting the mugshots to her Twitter where Ronda completely lost it. That's what I'm trying to do, dumbass. You hobbling around trying to be a ginger crutch ninja and taking fake prison photos in the hallway isn't helping.
Ronda, it's all fake. What are you talking about? I must be missing something here. Ronda, it's all fake. You're taking it very, very serious. This isn't real, Ronda. Why are you taking it so seriously? This isn't real. There's no implications here. It's all made up, and you're actually, oh yeah, good God, girl, yeah, come on.
Becky responded with, keep that F word out of your mouth and concentrate on getting better at this business instead of trying to remain above it. Looking forward to seeing you real soon. Ronda then responded again stating, F word? You mean fake? Fake like your nonsensical BS armbar that doesn't even work and just looks like you're holding the dick you wish you had.
Yo, stop saying that, Ashley. I have brain damage. I've had traumatic brain injuries before. I'm not this dense. Come on, that's not a, stop using that excuse. That's no, bro, no.
Before doubling down by writing, I don't care what the script says. I'm beating the living shit out of you the next time I see you. But while the drama seemed to have been set up by
girl got in her fucking feelings over some fake shit. Come on, Jesus.
By the show, Ronda continued to bash the WWE on her YouTube channel.
It's not an act. I'm not going out there and doing their fucking act anymore. I meant that I'm going to disrespect the sport that they all love so much. It's scripted, it's made up, it's not real.
Less than a month later, WWE took Ronda off the show, yet she only continued to bash them, writing, anyone who is outraged by me calling—
Yeah, let's get into a business that's completely fake and then talk shit about it because it's fake. Even though they're paying me millions of dollars to be fake. I don't really think that's a good career move, but you don't bite the hand that feeds you. And that's it, really. That's it. You got UFC, you got wrestling. There's no other place you can go after this. That's it. Well, there is, and she did. It fucking Raid Shadow Legends promotion.
Pro wrestling fake fights for fun has never been in a real fight. While you all are tiptoeing around bruising some pro wrestlers' huge soft egos, no one is thinking about all the real fighters you're insulting when pretending pro wrestling is somehow on the same level of realism.
You're no longer a pro fighter. You washed out. You're no longer a real fighter. You washed out. And now you're talking shit to the, like, good God.
Ronda then appeared on Steve-O's podcast again calling wrestling fake.
Having like fake.
Everyone knows this, Ronda. Everyone knows this. The promoters know this. The fans know this. Like, everyone knows it's entertainment. Good God. You'd be the one insufferable person on the set of a movie talking about, no, this isn't real. And then this is just fucking stupid. They're CGI, and like those tears aren't real. They were actually just done in post. No shit, Ronda. It's a movie. It's fake. It's entertainment. It's supposed to be this way. Oh Lord.
Fights for fun. I love choreography. I love acting. I love theater.
Before bravely bashing her fans.
Spending my time on energy on a bunch of
fucking ungrateful fans that don't even appreciate me.
And claiming she'd never return to WWE again.
I'll never to be full-time again, over 200 days a year like that ever again.
The irony was that 3 years later, Ronda did exactly that, albeit with the attitude that she was too good to even be there. Can't speak for anyone else, but for me, it really shone through that she wasn't enjoying herself, especially with the complaints about fan reactions. She never looked like she wanted to be there and acted like pro wrestling
For such a tough girl, she really does have some thin skin.
was beneath her. Whether true or not, it's how it came off. Hashtag Fire Ronda Rousey therefore began to trend on Twitter, which became a reality only 4 months later, as she'd be booted from wrestling again. With almost zero career prospects, Ronda Rousey agreed to an extensive Raid Shadow Legends deal and has spent the last year writing another book, the release of which has made her a total laughingstock. Over the last month, she's promoted the book on various podcasts, leading to a Reddit post showing that 9 years later, Ronda Rousey is still making excuses for losing to Holly Holm.
My mouth guard was bad. I literally came into that fight concussed from slipping down some stairs already after all of these years of...
Then why take the fight? Oh, I know why you took the fight. Making up all these excuses, my mouth guard, my jaw, my head, I was tired, my wrist, my ankle. And you're using them as excuses if you lose. But if you win, this is going to be you. Yeah, I still won, even with a bad wrist, even with a bad jaw, even with a bad mouth guard, even with a bad ankle. I wasn't prepared for the fight. I was tired. It was too soon. I didn't get to train properly, and I still killed that shit. Yeah, that's exactly, yeah.
concussions, and then I had absolutely terrible weight
I
cuts.
still won with a concussion. I couldn't lose weight in time, and I still won, right? Yeah, that's what you'd be saying if you won. But because you lost, it's excuses. If you win, it's a flex, right? Yeah, I've seen this happen so many times.
Which, that means you have less fluid in your brain to protect it.
Ronda then made even more excuses on Steve-O's podcast.
I have no ACL. I tore my ACL falling down that stairs 2 weeks before that fight.
Yeah, okay, well, why not cancel the fight? Why not say, hey, let's postpone this. I am not 100% ready. You can do that, right? Surely you can do that. Surely it wouldn't be safe for you, and surely the promoters would understand, right? To quite possibly prevent you from having a career-ending injury by going out there not at 100%. Surely you can do this, right? I don't think it would be a breach of contract. And if it is, so fucking be it. You're still rich. You can deal with that, right? Why not just... But no, you wanted to do it on the off chance that you win, you can use it as a flex and continue to talk your shit.
The home fight.
Leading to some pretty funny comments such as, tore my ACL, had a concussion, bad weight cut, I had bubble guts, my car wouldn't start, my dog ate my homework, and I've had scoliosis since I was 3. So yeah, didn't really lose, did I? Ironically, Ronda also stated this:
I'm the greatest fighter that has ever lived because I've never been faster, never been stronger, never had a better grasp of the game. I've never been so much better than everybody else.
Yet when Steve-O kindly offered props to Logan Paul, Ronda Rousey refused to accept it.
How about Logan Paul? Like him or dislike him, that dude is a performer.
Yeah. He's great on the mic. He does a great job on the mic. But I wish that I was allowed the time to rehearse that he gets, because it's not evenly spread. It's frustrating that everybody doesn't get that treatment.
Ronda is jealous that Logan is already a better wrestler than she ever was.
I think she might be unhappy with how her run in the WWE went, but I don't know anything really about that.
It seems Ronda Rousey has burned every bridge she could possibly burn, which when combined with her complete lack of fans, makes it highly likely her career is done and dusted.
Well, I will say this. I think that's it for... The only thing Ronda Rousey can do now, well, is what she's doing, promoting Raid Shadow Legends. And some people could say, oh, she could get into acting. She could do film. She could do movies. Even if Ronda Rousey was a good actress, who's going to want to work with her? What producer is going to want to work with her? What director is going to want to work with her? What other actors are going to want to work with her? Because WWE is essentially the same thing. It's a more physical, more physically demanding version of acting. Well, unless you're Tom Cruise doing all your own fucking stunts, right? But it's essentially the same thing. You're acting. Who's going to want to work with you in that business after all of this? Nobody, right? So you threw away your UFC career. You threw away your wrestling career. And I mean, what other career could you do that you could take your already established skills and succeed in? I don't really. Maybe get with Steven Seagal. Maybe if you want to do acting, he still produces movies and shit like that, albeit very shitty. Maybe you could do that, but definitely no Steven Spielberg. Definitely no Martin Scorsese. They don't really have time for your antics. And if you're the type of person that's going to sit there and attack and antagonize and fight fans because they said some mean things to you on the internet, they don't want that shit either. But then again, I mean, plenty of actors already do that. But still, it's not good for business. It's not good for optics. It's not good for anything. Ronda versus Logan. I'm pretty indifferent about Logan. I think the only nice thing I'll say about Logan Paul is that his transition from really, really dumb, young, insufferable, moronic child to what he is now, minus all of the scams, is nothing short of astonishing. Really, I will say that about Logan Paul. He went from the retarded kid that was filming people that committed suicide in a fucking forest to what he is now, right? And it is nothing short of astonishing. I really did think for the longest time, I was like, this is just gonna fizzle out in the limelight, you know? But he's been in the limelight ever since he was a fucking kid, really, him and his brother. So the transitions that they made and the growth that they made was for the better. Again, minus all of the scams and some of just, you know, kind of the shady behavior and tactics that they exhibit. But from the entertainment aspect, they made great strides. Whereas in Ronda straight up just regressed. Really. So I don't know. All right. That was good. Let's see what we got next. Top dumbest infomercials and inventions ever. We've seen some shit before. Who is it by? I need to type that in as well. Diamond 85. Perfect. All right.
Are you suffering from pungent pits, foul feet, beastly butt odor? How do you stop the stink? Hi, I'm Adam J, and this is Doc Bottom's Ace Spray, the all-new, all-over deodorant that prevents odors before they start and can be used anywhere, and I mean anywhere on your body. Ace Spray goes where other deodorants can't. Ace Spray your butt, Ace Spray your feet, Ace Spray under your arms, you can even Ace Spray your privates. Ace Spray is safe for all your odor zones. Our revolutionary formula safely protects you against embarrassing body odors by neutralizing odor-causing bacteria.
Or you can just take a shower. Put on some cologne and then some deodorant. Or maybe you just do what I do. I don't even wear cologne. I just take a shower and put on deodorant. That's it. This is a... okay.
It's that simple. No bacteria, no stink.
I work hard for a living. I sweat a lot. I got odors in special places. And with A-Spray, I don't have to worry about that anymore.
My man, if you stink on the job, people will understand. You're on the job. You're sweaty. It's hot. You stink. I think that's okay. Like, what construction worker is worried about the way he smells? What bricklayer is worried about the way that he smells? What any kind of physical demanding manual labor job, what are they worried about how they smell while they're on the job? When you get home, you take a shower, put on some deodorant, call it a day. This one. Holy shit.
My butt.
Call an order right now before you stink up the place.
As a wife, mother, and former beauty pageant winner, I love to look my best. That's why I'm so excited about Sticky Nips.
With Sticky Nips, I feel sexy, I feel excited, and I feel wow.
Sticky Nips is an amazing miracle product that women all over North America and Europe are raving about. Sticky Nips are made to match your every mood, subtle, everywhere, and wow, for that sensuous look when you really want to be noticed.
Sticky Nips are like a fantasy come true.
You really want to be noticed.
Adriana, is that you? No, that's not Adriana. What is this for?
Sticky Nips are like a fantasy come true. They've helped me get my sexy back.
What? I don't know. What is it? What is...
Now when we go out, my man only has eyes for me.
When I first
put the Sticky Nips on and I looked in the mirror, I just thought, wow.
Sticky Nips for a more beautiful you.
From what I gather, and I could be wrong, correct me if I'm wrong, this is something that you put on your nipples that would simulate your nipples being hard? Wait for cold weather, don't wear a bra, and then go outside. There you go. I think that's what it's for. Chicken's done, right? Not to mention, I don't think women want to do this. What are you talking about? They're raving about this. Who? Who's raving about? I don't think that women want to be noticed in this way. I don't know. I'm not a woman. I don't think women want to be noticed this way. Fuck are you talking about, man? What? What? Good tie, what's up?
You lay down in bed to watch TV, then you prop up your head so you can see. You pile those pillows, but it just won't work. It's hard to see and your neck starts to hurt. Introducing the incredible TV glasses, the new glasses that let you see at 90 degrees. Now you can watch TV in bed without lifting your head. TV glasses let you lay back in comfort. No more neck pain, no more eye strain. These optical quality TV glasses transform your view 90 degrees, eliminating the strain of lifting your head. Bending your head for periods of time can cause pain and stress on your spine, but TV glasses let you keep straight, reducing stress. Simply put on TV glasses and transform your view 90 degrees. It's amazing! And TV glasses fit easily over prescription or reading glasses. Simply lay back, put them on, and watch TV comfortably. They're great for travel, too. Sit up straight in your seat and transform your view 90 degrees. It's amazing!
Next time you're...
That's fucking stupid. That is fucking stupid. I'll tell you how you do this, right? You're laying down, right? Oh man, my neck kind of hurts. I want to watch TV, but you know what? Hold on. Oh, I'm tired now. I kind of want to go to sleep. I can't imagine anyone bought that. That's...
Feeling down? Feeling that no one really gets you? Or you're just wanting to hear some encouraging words? Well, there's a solution.
You can have what you want. You can do it. The finish line is closer than you think.
The Cheers to You CD is 8 tracks filled with encouragement and cheering applause. It's even been featured on The Ellen DeGeneres Show.
We're on your side. We're here for you. We believe in you.
That voice and just the cheering track behind it, it almost sounds like one of those garbage fucking preachers at those mega churches. And maybe get a friend. Or I don't know. Can't really talk too much shit about this one because people still do this today, bro. There's like channels and videos that are just completely built upon like self-affirmation and confidence and shit like that, and people watch it. This is just, you know, the first iteration of that, but whatever.
Guarantee you'll be feeling better about yourself and your life, or we'll give you your money back.
Hooray for you!
What does she have that you don't? Come on, you know the answer. What if you too could have firmer, fuller, sexier breasts without surgery?
Now you can with the Bosom Max treatment.
Look better than ever. Order now and start your treatment right away. Get the Bosom Max Breast Enhancer Bra with 3 levels of vibrations, the cream to increase elasticity, and the capsules to provide the nutrients for the development of your breasts.
I was a B cup at best, and I went up to a C. Now I look better, I feel more self-confident, and my modeling career is really taking off.
Just 15 minutes a day, and you too can have that attractive butt line you've always wanted with Bosom Max.
My best friend got implants, and she went through so much pain. Thank God I started the Bosom Max treatment. There's no pain at all, and my breasts are looking better and better. I love it.
Look better than ever. Start your treatment right away. Order now and you'll also receive free the Firm Max Cream for your glutes.
This reminds me of a product that I saw when I was a kid. It was like this thing that went around your abdomen area, and it basically just like sent little electrical pulses into your stomach. And it was basically like, do you want 6-pack abs, but you don't have a gym membership and you don't want to have to go through the arduous process of doing sit-ups and your butt hurts afterwards and your tailbone? Well, just get this product. You attach it right here, and then 15 minutes a day for a month, you'll have 6-pack abs and you'll be looking like the greatest movie star gym person ever, right? And it was just like, no, this is absurd.
Call now.
Well, how does this mask do that? Well, if you can get the idea of what doing 8 sit-ups a second would do for your stomach, you have an idea of what Rejuvenate would do for your face. Because in essence, Rejuvenate does for the face what exercise does for the body. And the way it does that is there's a control unit that during a facial session actually sends an impulse up to the zones in the mask and actually activates the face and skin to exercise, tighten, and tone. So we like to say that's a lot of face-ups since it's doing it 8 times a second.
During a facial toning session, the system delivers a mild impulse generated by a tiny 9-volt...
Yeah, but if you're ugly already, you're just an ugly person with smooth skin. I don't know what this is supposed to do. I don't... John, what up, dog? Joy, hi.
Battery from the control unit.
Is it supposed to prevent wrinkles? Or like crow's feet? Or like, I don't know, bro. Ripping off the mask here, really.
Pulses are directed to the specially designed gold...
I wonder if anyone actually bought this stuff. Of course, bro. Of course. people bought this stuff. It's
Plated facial cushions of the patented facial mask and actually activate the face and skin to exercise, tighten, and tone through each of the 12 facial zones. These impulses start in the forehead facial zone and about every 20 seconds automatically move one zone at a time through each of the 12 facial zones. These zones are specifically designed to handle the major problem areas of the face. The system automatically repeats this process a total of 4 times during your 15-minute facial workout. The result is not only a more toned, youthful-looking face, but also a face that looks and feels fresher.
How many times has this happened to you? Before you go to sleep, you lay your electronics in the moat surrounding your bed because you just don't have enough space on your nightstand. In the morning, your early rising girlfriend comes to kiss you goodbye and accidentally steps on one or both of your beloved electronic devices, damaging them beyond repair. This, of course, leads...
I like how the tablet right here, Jesus Christ.
Damaging them
You couldn't even, you're trying to sell some shit, but you couldn't even afford to make it look legitimate.
Beyond repair.
That's a screensaver. The screen's not actually cracked. Are you fucking me right now?
This, of course, leads to a huge fight. Or worse.
Well, that got dark very, very fast on some straight first 48 type shit. She broke my tablet, so I hacked her fucking head off with a chainsaw. Lord, who are you trying to sell this to? Ted Bundy?
Now, this all too familiar situation will be a thing of the past. With the Tech Tuck, you can store your electronic goodies safely off the floor.
Or you can put it right here. Or you probably have a dresser drawer that's at the foot of the bed that holds all your clothes. You can put it on top of there. You can put it in another room. You can put it on the kitchen counter. You can put it on top of your alarm clock. You can move these goddamn books, or you can just set it on top of the book. If I was gonna have something like that, it wouldn't have a tablet, bro. It'd have a firearm for, like, readily available use. Okay, though.
And away from clumsy feet. Your moat will go from looking like this hellhole to this, with everything neatly and safely stored and charging in the Tech Tuck.
So it's just a computer bag. Got it. That you just attached a stupid fucking story to. Okay.
Does the shoulder strap of your car cut into your shoulder? Is your shoulder strap too tight and annoying? Introducing the Titty Bear, the cute little guy that eliminates all those problems. Designed to make driving more comfortable, the Titty Bear snaps onto your shoulder strap and moves up and down to remove the pressure wherever you need it.
My shoulder strap used to pull so tight I could hardly breathe. Now with the...
I didn't think you're... What? What? I think your seatbelt's fucked up if it's squeezing the life out of you that much. I've never had this kind of a problem with a seatbelt. Then again, I don't have tits, but still. Ladies, for those of you with big tits, you ever have this problem? Like, oh God, I'd rather just fly through the windshield in case of a car accident as opposed to having this fucking noose around my titties. What? What? It's so stupid. Oh my God.
Titty Bear, I really enjoy traveling again.
The patent-pending design swivels to work from either the driver's side or passenger seat and fits all makes and models. Just snap it on, slide it where it relieves the pressure, and drive away. The Teddy Bear stays where you want it until you move it.
My wife used to always complain about the pressure from her shoulder belt. Not anymore.
But it's the same amount of pressure on your shoulder. And why are you wearing it? It's not even that much pressure. You act like it's a fucking tourniquet.
Teddy Bear worked so great, he got one for himself too.
If you're in and out of your car all day like I am, you're really going to enjoy the comfort of the Teddy Bear.
Now you can have your own teddy bear and eliminate those annoying shoulder strap pains. Call and order your teddy bear right now.
If you own an iPod, iPhone, or digital video player, then you need TV Hat. Private, portable, and hands-free. TV Hat provides a motion picture experience absolutely anywhere. Call the number on your screen or visit asseenonthat.com and order your TV.
This is like the first generation of the VR headset. Ugh. I can't hold it anymore. Oh, God. These phones, man. They're getting so heavy. I don't know what to do. Let me try again. Oh, I just can't do it. I can't do it. It's so heavy. I can't hold it. I can no longer deal. Can't deal. It's like 200 pounds, this thing. How does anybody use it? I can't. It's too difficult.
Hat today. The custom magnification lens provides a big screen experience straight from your own iPod, iPhone, or digital video player. Getting through a long commute? You need TV Hat. Stuck in an airport? Time
I'm
flies.
sorry, I wasn't. Oh, okay, never mind. I thought he was driving.
Through a long commute? You need TV Hat. Stuck in an airport? Time flies with TV Hat. Watch what you want on your lunch break. Only.
The VR headset makes sense. That has a utility and a purpose. It's pretty cool. This, however, just...
With TV Hat. Want to watch the game while the kids watch cartoons? You need TV Hat.
You want to watch the... Oh no. If you can afford to buy this bullshit, you can afford to buy a second TV.
The unique shades eliminate glare on your screen and ensure a private viewing experience all your own. TV Hat is the perfect exercise companion. TV Hat is durable and portable, great for taking on the road, and when used with your iPod or
Imagine
portable, great.
Imagine going camping and you spend your entire time on your phone. Imagine going camping and instead of enjoying the wilderness, the lakes, the mountains, the scenic views, maybe you go hunting, maybe you make a fire, maybe you grill some food, maybe you do, I don't know, camping shit. You spend your entire time doing this bullshit. Yikes.
For taking on the road. And when used with your iPod or iPhone, TV Hat is an exciting virtual reality gaming experience.
What a crock of shit. Oh, Lord. Nope, we're not doing that. What, is it over? Oh, no, there's one more. Hold on. Get the fuck out of here, Pikachu. Weird motherfucker. Okay, you know what? We're gonna fucking scroll past that. Bonus. Let's see. Let's see how dumber it gets.
The closet strong enough to hold this 60-pound bag of potatoes, yet disappears in one simple step. Oh. Oh. Mary Beth, the magic cat. Hold on, that's okay.
This is amazing.
Is it though? Because it's not really working.
Here's how to order. But wait, there's more. Tell you what, you go. Here's how to order. But wait, we'll give you a dirt ball, absolutely free.
What does it do?
This is a whole jug of water here. More water than you will ever get in your trash, hopefully. Oh my God, it's got a big hole in the trash can. It's going to leak everywhere. No, it is going to leak because I can see it here. We got a magic can, a technical difficulty. Okay, that's all right. We can fix it.
What's the product? I don't understand.
Order now, and you'll also receive this garlic peeler. There's only one thing that's worse than peeling shrimp, and that's peeling garlic.
Oh, wow.
Why can't these products just work like they say?
Oh, God. A garlic peeler, huh? Okay. That's, that was bad. What was the dumbest one? God, dude, I don't even think I can pick a dumbest one. They were all equally fucking brain dead. Oh man, I hope y'all didn't pay a lot for the patent to some of this shit. I'm actually surprised that this one right here.
With TV Hat.
I'm actually surprised that these people didn't sue the VR headset or like the Vision Pro or something like that. They stole our idea. No. Man, you could make this at home by yourself, bro. You really could. All you need is a hat and a sewing machine. That's it. That's it. And a phone clip with some super glue. And that's it. I imagine this costing like $39, $49, $59, $69, $99 plus shipping and handling. Fucking A. Dumbest one though, and that's just assuming that some of this shit even works. The little nipple shit, that probably worked as intended. It's just stupid. This is the grossest one. The fucking A spray, like, oh my god. That's just, that's bad marketing, really. But, the dumbest one would quite possibly be, in my opinion, it's gotta be this one. It just has to be. This one has to be the dumbest one. Bro, they're essentially just selling you a computer bag with a flap that you can just stick on your bed, which you could probably already do with a computer bag. And look at the dresser drawer at the bottom. You could put it in there. You could put it in your dresser drawer. I don't know. I don't know. That's big yikes. You miss camping? I'm all the way good on camping, to be honest. All those don't work or barely work. Yeah. And most of these infomercials, products, you're not going to see them during the day. You know when you're going to see them? Between the hours of 11 p.m. and 2 a.m. is when you're going to see these commercials pop up on your screen. And I remember a lot of these commercials. I remember commercials like this because when I was younger, I used to stay up late fucking searching for Skinamax so I could see a nipple or a titty or some ass, right? And in between me looking for that or me watching that, you would get commercials like this, and it was usually between the hours of 11 and 2 a.m. Really. You wouldn't be able to play these commercials during the daytime, during peak hours where there's other shit that could quite possibly outdo or outsell your product. You have to place it between the wee hours of the morning when the rest of the actual competition is asleep. So yeah. All right. Let me use the bathroom real fast. I just chugged an entire bottle of water. I've had 2 cups of coffee and yeah, I'll be right back. Holy shit, dude. Ugh, my bladder literally held me hostage. Took forever. Oh my god, can we please? Can we not? Okay. Alright. Here we go. Whew. No, Candy. I've never bought anything I've seen on TV. Not once. Never, ever, ever. It just always struck me as stupid. Really. And on top of that, I don't even like using Amazon. I don't even like using eBay. And I've never used Craigslist. I don't like using any of that stuff. I'm the kind of person where I have to go to the store. I have to see it. I have to touch it. I have to be able to grab it, hold it in my hands, take it to the register, give a human being money, and get a receipt. I've never really been a fan of doing anything via infomercials, online, none of that stuff. I just don't like it. I have to go to the store, and if the store doesn't have it, I guess I'm not getting it. That's just it. And especially for the purposes of returning something, or if something breaks, or something like that. I just don't trust an infomercial, or I just don't trust an online website to operate within good faith. Either they don't give me my money back, or they send me a replacement and it still sucks, and then I get mad and say fuck it, and then I'm out of money, or I'm just out of how much money I paid, and nah, I've never really been a fan of that. I have to go to the store, I have to grab it off the shelf, I have to put it on the counter, I have to give an employee money, I have to get a receipt, I have to put it in the bag. Otherwise, I don't want to buy it. Cat, hi. I told you we go live on YouTube. It's only once a week, but we here. We just got done watching a video of really, really dumbass infomercials. And products that are seen on TV. Which is just... oh, it's bad. It's much bad. Just... And on top of that, I'm not a patient person. I can't just sit there and look at something on my computer screen or on the TV and be like, I want that. So I'm going to wait 2 weeks. No. If I want it, I'm going to go get it now. If I want it now. I don't want to wait a day, 2 days, 3 days, 7 days, 2 weeks. If I want something, I want it right this moment. I'm not a very patient person when it comes to purchasing things. Like, I want it right now. I want to go, I want to get it, and I want to come back with it. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, not really my style. Do I make gaming content? Nah. Unless you're talking to Kat, not me. You were editing gaming content. What do you play? Because I never see you playing anything, or streaming anything, or uploading anything, or maybe you're doing it for someone else. I just recently got an Xbox, by the way. Oh, Fortnite. I just recently went and got another Xbox. I did have one, but then like 2 years ago, I believe. 2.5 years ago. 2 years ago and some change. I took my Xbox, I packaged it back up, and I gave it to my little sister for Christmas. And last weekend, I was like, fuck it. I'll go buy another one. And I did. And it's sitting right there. Right there behind my computer. I haven't done anything with it. I haven't played anything, but I do have a lot of games. And my sister is also on my account, so she does a lot of stuff with Game Pass and stuff like that. In my library, there's like over 500 games. Most of the games that are on there are via Game Pass or just games that my sister has purchased. And I was looking through the library. There's a lot of games on there that I probably won't play. But she did buy a couple games on there that I do want to play. Like, she bought Doom, and I kind of want to play that. And I still have a lot of my old games on there, like Monster Hunter and Warframe and Destiny. I'll never go back to Destiny. I don't have the time nor the patience. But I do have a lot of games on there, like a shit ton. Let me just give you a brief little fucking. Let me just give you a preview of what the fuck I have. It's kind of absurd just how many games I actually have. See this? That's all my games on my Xbox Live account. And it goes and goes. About like, I want to say 150 of these games are mine. And the rest, my little sister. It stops after a certain point, but let's see. Witcher 3, While the Iron is Hot, whatever that is, Wasteland, Wasteland 2, Wasteland 3, The Walking Dead, I'll never play that. Let's see what else is on here. Rainbow Six Siege, Ghost Recon Wildlands, Terraria, whatever that is. Oh, Rainbow Six Vegas. I haven't played that in forever. Ooh, I should probably delete those. Jedi Survivor, Jedi The Fallen Order, Battlefront, Battlefront 2. Both of those games were ass. Starfield, State of Decay. I actually bought State of Decay. Sniper Elite 5, Sims, Skate 1, 2, 3, Sea of Thieves, Sea of Stars, Sea of Solitude. Rust, I did buy that, but I have a life, so I can't play that game. Rage, Rage 2, Quake, Quake 2, The Quarry, Prison Architect. Yeah, my sister plays like a lot of like indie games, from what I've noticed. Perfect Dark Zero. Oh, Outriders is on here, but that game was not that good. If she had that new game, Need for Speed Rivals, just regular Need for Speed Payback, Need for Speed Heat, Hot Pursuit 7, NBA Jam is my jam, Mortal Kombat 11, let's see, Flight Simulator, Mass Effect Andromeda, Mass Effect 1, Mass Effect 2, Mass Effect 3, Mass Effect the Legendary Edition. I got a shit ton of fucking games on here, dude. A lot of these games that I'm mentioning I haven't even played. Just Cause 4, I haven't played that. Yep, a lot of cool shit. Gears of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, Gears Tactics. Got all the Gears. Fable, Fable 2, Fable 3, the entire Fallout collection, including Fallout 76. That purchase had to have been GG. There's no way I'd ever buy Fallout 76. Dragon Age Inquisition, I played the shit out of that. Doom, the old Doom, Doom Eternal, Doom 3, Doom 64, Doom 2. Got the entire... Oh, look, Dead Space is on here. Dead Space 2, Dead Space 3. I probably won't play those. Crisis 1, 2, 3. Yo, dog, I wonder how much money my sister has spent on my account. That's fucking redonkulous. The entire Battlefield franchise, Banjo-Kazooie, the entire franchise, Army of Two, 1 and 2, Age of Empires. Yeah. I damn near almost have every Assassin's Creed on here as well, but those are all my purchases. Those aren't my sister's. See a lot of split opinions of Fortnite. I just never got into it, man. Well, I did. I played Save the World when Fortnite first came out, when no one gave a fuck about it and no one knew what it was, and like everyone was talking shit. Oh, Fortnite? Lame. That game's fucking stupid. Blah, blah, blah. But then they introduced Battle Royale, and that kind of changed. And at the time, I wasn't a fan of Battle Royale, so I stopped playing Fortnite because the Save the World part of the game stopped getting supported, and instead, everything became about Battle Royale. So I was like, oh, fuck this, I'm done. And then... oh, God, that felt good. Skyrim's in there, I just didn't mention it. Elder Scrolls Online is also in there as well. My sister is a huge gamer, about as much as me. However, I took a break, bro. Monster Hunter's on there. I took a break from gaming. I kind of got sick of it. I got sick of spending $60 fucking for a game that was only worth 10 at the time, because games don't release complete. They don't release finished. They don't release ready to go and ready to play. You pay $60 for a game that's 10% complete, and then the rest of the game is just going to be drip fed over the course of the next 2 years via updates and DLC. Pass, bro. And that kind of just like became a reoccurring thing with just about every game I decided to buy. So I said, fuck it. I'm no longer playing video games, at least console games. And so if I do fire up that Xbox for anything, it's going to be to play a game that I've already played. Maybe Doom Eternal, because I haven't played that. Maybe go back to Monster Hunter, because that game's always fun. I probably won't invest in any new games. And I plan on console sharing with my sister at this current point. If I play, she can't. And if she plays, I can't. Because you can't have two people playing on the same account at the same time. So we're just going to console share. Either I'm going to make a new account or she'll make a new account. And we'll just console share. That way we can both be online at the same time and play. I will never go back to Call of Duty. For any reason. At all, whatsoever. It's not worth my time. Not to mention, I don't like the Battle Royale. And that's all they really seem to give a fuck about. I mean, yeah, they do the multiplayer, but I've had enough multiplayer, bro. I've been playing Call of Duty ever since I was fucking like 18 years old. And I got over it. And not to mention, Warzone doesn't speak to me. It doesn't. What's that shit called? Caldera? What's that game mode where you just keep spawning over and over and over again? What's that game mode? I don't give a fuck about that either. Not to mention the movement in Call of Duty for Battle Royales. I'm used to like Apex Legends and stuff like that, where you can, I don't know, actually move. You can put your guns away to sprint. You can slide cancel. You can do all these things, and the movement is great, and it's fluid, and it makes sense. When I'm playing Call of Duty Battle Royale, back when I did play Warzone and a little bit of like Blood Money, Plunder is what it's called, that game mode was fun. However, you're just moving so slow. I can't do that. It's so clunky. It's so slow. It's not my thing. It's not my thing. Rebirth, yeah, that. I give a fuck about that, man. I don't care. I give a fuck about Warzone. And like, if I'm gonna play a battle royale, it's gonna be something to the effect of Apex. But I don't even want to play Apex anymore, because the only players left on Apex are the god players that stay up all day fucking snorting G Fuel and padding their stats, and they're fucking amazing players, and I just can't keep up with them. And my experience on Apex Legends is I'm always the best player on my team. My two teammates just downloaded the game yesterday. I get, I don't know, if I'm lucky, 8 to 9 kills. That's a good day for me, because it's so fucking difficult to even kill anybody because of the shields and the armor and the abilities and the ability to get away really, really quickly and reset the fight. So I'm not dropping any 20 kill games. I'm not dropping 4K damage. So essentially, I'm playing very, very passively, trying to desperately to stay alive with two brain dead ass teammates that either die immediately or leave. So then it's just me. And if I do so happen to make it to the end of the game, final circle, all roads lead to a 20,000 kill Pathfinder, a 70,000 fucking kill Wraith, and a 100,000 kill Gibraltar. And what the fuck am I supposed to do against that, bro? Nothing. So if I did go back to a battle royale, it'd be that, but I don't even want to go back to that, bro. It's kind of like, it's just like beating your head against a wall. It's not even fun. So, and I'm pretty sure some of you can relate to that in other battle royale games that you play, right? It's a fucking struggle to stay alive, and on the off chance that you do make it to the very end, guess who you're facing? You're facing the best fucking players. 3 stacked, 4 stacked. They've been playing for fucking years. They have like literally 500,000 kills combined, maybe even 1 million between them. They win every single game. If you manage to kill one, guess what? That second one's right behind you. If you get lucky enough to kill that one, the third one's right there. And then the fourth one is usually the best on the fucking team. You're not killing him either. So it's just like, all roads lead to the sweatiest motherfuckers. And it's just you and idiots. Especially if you're solo queuing, especially if you don't have any friends to play with. And on the off chance that you do have friends to play with, you're going to get matched up against people that are even better than the people you would play if you were solo queuing. Because those people are actually on a team and they're communicating. And they probably communicate better than you. And they're probably playing pubs to practice for rank because they are ranked players. That's it. It's just not, it's not fun, man. Skill-based matchmaking has made it to where nothing is fun and everything is skill-based matchmaking. Everything. Everything from pubs, everything from 6v6, everything from battle royale. It doesn't matter. Everything is skill-based matchmaking. That's it. It's just like, I'm over here with like a fucking 3-4 KD playing against players that their KD is 20, 25, 30. Some of these players don't even know what the death screen looks like because they're that fucking good. And I'm just like, I'm not doing that. But that's not fun. How can that be fun? I understand competition, but that's what rank's for. That's what ranked is for. The ranked game modes. And it just seems like a lot of games that I've played, especially first-person shooters, pubs is actually harder than ranked. There was a time when I was playing Apex Legends where ranked was actually less sweaty than pubs. And I was like, bro, this is so backwards. This is so stupid. How am I enjoying myself in diamond lobbies in ranked more so than I am in public matches? It just, it's fucking, yeah. Nah. It's just like, and then you throw in hackers into the mix, you know, fucking actual cheaters on PC, and then strike packs, and then Cronuses, and then all this other shit. And it's just like, what is the point, man? There is none. There is none, man. At least for me. So I had to give that shit a break, bro. I had to stop. I don't even play FPSs anymore. Barely. It's just, love FPSs. It's like one of my favorite genres of games, but at this point, it's just like, there's no point to me, man. You don't stop cheaters. That's it. You just basically put your controller down. That's it. There's nothing you can do against cheaters. Absolutely nothing. And especially on PC, I feel bad for you guys because you come across a cheater, you report him, he gets banned, 10 minutes later he's on a new account. And you're playing him over and over and over. Wait, is this the same cheater? Yup, it is. It's just like, bro, what is the point? If I'm not facing sweaties, if I'm not facing the best players in the game, I'm facing cheaters. The only way I don't face them is if I just don't play. That's the state of gaming, dude. It's like, it's not enjoyable. It isn't. Lions Den Studios. I appreciate the sub, homie. Thank you so much. I appreciate you being here. Okay, we kind of like got off track there talking about video games. Let's actually get back to what we were doing. And Kat also, yeah, I kind of nerded out, Kat. Yeah, just a little bit because I love video games. I do. It's been playing them ever since I was a kid, you know? And, just sometimes I get a little bit too passionate about things that I fucking talk about. And the state of gaming sometimes just like irks me. But I don't know. That's why I've opted to play single player games, MMOs, RPGs, open world games. Looter shooters is one of my favorite genres out there. And stuff like that. I love games like Sekiro. I love games like Dark Souls, so there's plenty of stuff out there that I can play, but man, like I truly, really do love first person shooters, but it's to the point now where it's just like, man, I'm done wasting my time. Really. Sound like Dr. Disrespect at the moment, except with just no screaming. Okay, let's see. We're not gonna do Quokkas today. He's not here. At least for right now. We're gonna knock out DeRozier's, and then random, we're gonna knock out yours, and then Vince will get to yours. That's what we're gonna do. That's how it's gonna happen. Weed sprayer? This sounds like something I've never seen or heard, so that's good. That makes me excited, DeRozier. Oh, this is just the hold on. Okay, this is what's his name? Oh, what is his name? He probably just re-uploads this content. Hold on, I gotta find it. What is this? Dustin Sims is his name. And Cameron Fowler probably just re-uploads some of his content. Probably. Maybe this one wasn't on Dustin's channel or something. It's been a minute since we've seen anything by Mr. Sims.
These fucking weeds.
Okay. All right. Stop playing DMZ because hackers and ping pongs. I don't know what ping pongs is, but ping is another fucking thing, bro. Connection. You're sitting at a high fucking ping. Meanwhile, the person you're playing somehow magically has like the best connection to the fucking game, and just the delay and oof. I'm fucking hungry. COD World War II. Fuck, I don't even think I played that one. Knifed a player like 12 times and he one-shot you. That's it, really. The only people left on that game is just sweaties and YouTubers. Sweaties, content creators, and Twitch streamers. That's it. This is your only really people, well, the only people left on those games. From what I see. It's got to be the only people left on those games, because, you know, I'd be watching Dr. Disrespect. He has 20,000. He has 25,000 live viewers. I'd be watching Tim the Tap Man. He has 18,000 live viewers. You ain't playing the game if you're watching the stream, which means that that's a whole bunch of fucking people not playing. Just content creators and sweaties. That's it. Those are the only people playing. Those are the only people you're going to face if you decide to get up on there and actually try some shit. And when it comes to Call of Duty, Don't even think about a fucking campaign or a story, if there is one to begin with. No, Astro, we haven't, because it's not on the list. Oh, no, wait, yeah, there it is, I see it. No, we haven't done it. Knocking out some of these quick ones first. And we'll actually do the donut operator one before we do Vince's. Vince, we have to do that one last just because it's so long. Gotta knock out the short ones first. Alright, here we go. And Kat, again, thank you so much for stopping by if you're in here and just chilling with us. I truly appreciate it.
These fucking weeds back here getting out of control, man. I need my weed sprayer, but I broke it. Oh, Bubbles will be going through town. He could just pick me up a new one.
If it makes you happy, then it can't be that bad. Motherfucker. Hello?
Hey, man, it's me. Hey, on your way back through town, swing by a store. I don't really give a fuck.
Oh, no,
which...
that actually is... Cameron Fowler is an actual content creator, and he probably just collaborated with Dustin. Probably. I thought this was just somebody else that just, like, re-uploaded stuff that was no longer on Dustin's channel, but no, that's actually Cameron. Okay, I understand.
Store. Just grab me a sprayer. I got a fuck ton of weeds out here I need to take care of, man. And don't worry about the money, okay? I'll pay you back.
Swing by the store and pick up a sprayer. Copy that. Like a sprayer you use in a field?
I mean, yeah, I don't think it's fucking limited to only being used in a field, though, man. Look, I don't care what brand it is or anything like that, okay? Just get me one I can use around the shop and around the house. These fucking weeds are out of control, man. Hurry up.
Okay, whatever you say, brother. I'll find a sprayer for you, alright? Okay, I'll be in the shop soon. Alright, bye.
He's gonna come back with, like, a fucking little water bottle sprayer.
God damn it, Bubbles. Quit fucking scaring me and shit, man. I didn't even hear you get back. Where's my sprayer?
Oh, yeah, it's just right over there on the other side of these trucks, brother.
Oh, okay. Let me get my wallet, man. How much do I owe you?
Oh, yeah, shit, I almost forgot, brother. Let me get it out. Okay, according to this receipt, brother, you owe me $304,227. Oh, and 18 cents. But I ain't worried about the change, brother.
Where's all my ones? Excuse me, how much money?
I just read it, but I'll read it again. It's $300...
Over $250,000. What kind of fucking sprayer did you
buy?
buy?
Where the fuck did you buy a sprayer for $304,000?
Well, I didn't buy one for $304,000.
I was about to say, man.
Yeah, no, brother. What, are you crazy? Yeah, no, look at the receipt again. It's $304,227, and then there's the 18 cents. I almost didn't see the 18 cents.
What? Okay. You're not fucking with me. You're dead serious. You bought a sprayer for weeds for $304,227.
And 18 cents.
Yes, and 18 cents, Bubbles. How the fuck did you buy a sprayer for that much money?
Whoa.
It better come with, like, military-grade ordnance for that fucking price.
Because I was bargain shopping, brother. It was
that way, if it doesn't work, you can at the very least fucking nuke the weeds.
On sale.
Okay, stop, man. First off, how the fuck did you even afford that, man?
Because I've been selling a lot of OnlyFans pics.
Okay, yeah, stop right there. I don't want to hear any more, man. Look, just go get the fucking sprayer already. Jesus.
Well, Cam, wait. I can't go get it. It's still on the trailer, brother.
What do you mean? It's still on the trailer, Bubbles. It should be in a box in the passenger seat.
This one ain't fitting in the box, Cam. I'll show you.
Yeah, show me.
You probably bought one of those things that, like, farmers use that, like, it's this big fucking thing that I can't even explain it. It's, like, long, and it's almost like an oversized sprinkler, essentially, and they use it for their crops and shit like that. That's probably what it was, or some shit.
I want to see a weed sprayer that costs $304,000. What the fuck?
Yeah. Yeah. Kind of. Maybe. Sort of. Not sure. That... He probably bought the fucking truck, too. And the bed. And the weed sprayer. And insurance. All of it.
Bubbles, take his fucking thing back, man.
Okay, what about...
Bubbles, just fucking take it back!
Oh man. Yeah, take it back. You ain't getting reimbursed at all. All right, let me see what we had. Man, your boy's fucking hungry. Don with the 5. Shit, Dustin Sims hasn't been seen in a hot minute. What's up, fam? Don, what's going on, dude? Don, by the way, we did your request already. My bad. This will be uploaded. Well, it's not gonna be uploaded. It'll be available after the stream is over, and you can just rewatch it back. But yeah, we already did yours. I didn't think you'd be in here. So it's like, and I really wanted to watch it because it was interesting. So yeah. Don, thank you so much for the 5, homie. I truly appreciate you. Yeah, Elaine, I can see you. He said $304,000, which that makes sense for those things. They probably actually cost that much, maybe. I don't know. I'm not exactly sure. All right. Quick little video about some Warhammer. Let's see what this is. It's like a minute and some change, and then we can get onto some donut operator. Let's see, Alexander, what's going on, buddy? Azarian destroys plague marines. Okay. I don't know who Kazarian is, and random, don't take that as me wanting to know who Kazarian is. So you don't have to request a video about Kazarian lore. You got me?
They found us.
Big ass sword. It's not gonna go good for you, homie. I like how the other guy said, wait, and this guy was like, dude, these guys are nothing. Yeah, they got shit on. The way that guy just ate those bullets, pulled out his sword, and looked hella imposing, I thought that this little angel right here was about to get shit on. Nope, he 1v2'd them with relative ease. Alright. Those are always fun to watch. Okay. Let's see about some donut operator. What is this called? It's got to be one of the. I'll know if I see it. Let me type it in. Ah, right here. We're kind of late on it, but I think this is his most recent upload. Anyways, we did see this one. I actually edited and uploaded this one. Man shot 96 times over seatbelt violation. We watched that one. Not as many crybaby pussies in my comments section as I originally expected, so that's fun. It's to be expected, though. It's really nothing you can say aside from a dumbass emotional outburst that doesn't make sense, so that's why I didn't see him in there. I was kind of hoping, though. What is this?
Building your online business? Go to Wix.com and set up your...
Got a cop gets shot in the head and still chases down suspect. Got ourselves a fucking Terminator. I bet you the suspect was like, bro, I'm so fucked. I thought that surely would have killed him. This gun sucks. Never stealing another gun from a crackhead again. These things are awful. All right, let's see. That is some, I wonder where he got shot. Probably got shot in, like, a place that, maybe in the cheek. There's no way he got shot right there, bro. Or maybe he did. Probably just got... Because this whole thing is your head, right? All of this. This is all your head. And as long as you don't get shot above the eyebrows, you can survive that. You can. It goes in here. It'll probably ricochet and come out another area. As long as it doesn't come out another area that's like vital, you can survive this. Adrenaline, a little bit of shock. You can power through it to a degree, but let's see.
Shots fired! Shots fired! It's going westbound, eastbound!
Oh!
Get her up! Get her up! Hey, stand up! Are you hurt? Get her up! Get her up!
Here, I got one hand, you get the other. Let's go. Let's go. Get behind the car! Stay right here, man!
Hi everyone, Donut here. Today I'm going to be breaking down a shooting with so much action, I had to double check and make sure it wasn't directed by Michael Bay.
I was literally about to... I was literally about to reference a movie. Car drives off, gets blindsided. It's a shootout, stuff like that. Yeah.
This one has bullets flying, hostages escaping, and a mother defending her home. Before we get into the shooting, I wanted to ask you a question real quick. Are you in debt? Because our sponsor for this video may be able to help you. That's right, our sponsor is PDS Dev. The United States might be going to war soon with one of those countries that has a lot of oil. I mean, a country that needs .com/donut. Now let's do shooting. Today's video takes us to the Little Spoon of Reno.
Get him out! Get off! Get him out!
Sparks, Nevada. We're going to be starting out at the 1500 block of Green Bray Drive in Sparks, Nevada, where prostitution is legal in 8 counties. Something like that. There's a bunch of hoes in different areas. Oh yeah. Back to Sparks, Nevada. March 29th, 2024, 1:40 p.m. A Sparks police officer pulls over a Ford Expedition for not having a license plate. Cars without license plates are either stolen, leaving the scene of a crime, or on their way to create their own scene of a crime. Or someone just stole their license plate. It happens all the time. Either way, you can't be driving around without a license plate as per the law. It's bullshit, I agree, but some state trooper with his big stupid hat is probably going to pull you over. Yep. The man driving the vehicle is this guy. Before the officer can even communicate with this non-contributing earthworm person, we see this.
Damn.
Shots fired! Shots fired! It's going westbound, eastbound!
Ugh. And here's the footage from the dash cam. As you saw there, the officer was wounded in the initial encounter. The officer was struck 3 times in the chest with his vest, luckily stopping one of the bullets, but he was grazed by bullets in the neck and head. Do you know how...
Damn. Okay. All right. I was literally about to say it looks like he just got grazed. Cause... Okay. Jesus.
And lucky you have to be for 2 bullets to graze your neck and head and not kill you, and especially one to not penetrate your vest. That dude's aim...
Had his window been rolled down, maybe he actually gets hit in the face and or head and drops and dies right there. There's no telling what that bullet did, or the trajectory that it took, or the angle, or what happened when it struck that window. Really, I think that window saved him. To a degree. Could be wrong.
Was off by this much.
Missed it by that.
And all it takes is just one little slight deviation to... It's a matter of literally millimeters. Damn near.
Much.
When you watch a video like this, you can see how quickly this shit can go from 0 to 60. How it can go from, hey, this is just a normal little no plate thing, and then you get shot in the chest, and the head, and the neck. This is why you see police officers being extra precautious when they are on traffic stops. You never know what you're going to get into.
You never know what you're going to get.
Hey, no plate. Oh, I'm shot. That's how it goes sometimes. So if that...
Don with the 5. For the hit him in the leg commenters, I got 3 words. Major blood vessels. Don, thank you so much for the 5. He returned fire, but I doubt he hit anything. He was in a car, shooting at him from behind. Even if one of those bullets enters his vehicle from this police officer's weapon, it's got to go through glass. It probably just hit some of the metal or the back of it. It's got to go through glass. It's got to go through the back seat. It's got to go through the front seat. The odds of him getting like a really, really lucky shot and shooting that driver, I mean, maybe. Maybe that's why he got blindsided by that vehicle whenever he drove away. Probably wasn't paying attention because he got struck. I don't know.
That cop is being an ass on a traffic stop. Sometimes in the back of his mind, he's thinking, what if I get shot? Unless they're a state trooper. They're just always ass. Joking. I'm gonna get fucking pulled over so much in San Antonio now. Your hats are stupid. All right, let's keep going. Continuing on, the officer is struck. He returns fire only to see the suspect get T-boned by a fucking U-Haul truck.
That's
God
hilarious.
said, not today. The Karma U-Haul be doing work.
Shots fired, shots fired. It's going westbound, eastbound.
Damn. Like, what are the odds of all of this, man? It's fucking crazy.
After the officer returns fire, he radios in what happened. Even after he was shot 3 times, he keeps chasing down the suspect. What a stud.
I'm shot. It just turned 50.
Got shot in the chest too. You know, it's a slightly difficult to breathe in that scenario. And it hurts, bro. It does. Just because it didn't go into your body doesn't mean you don't feel it. Did he drive away? Or did he get out and run? I don't really feel like he got hit that hard. He probably could have still driven away.
And this next part is what you just love to see.
Oh, he got told on. He just ran into a house with a gun, said that guy in the car.
Where'd he go? This way, turn around. Behind you. Where'd he go? Looks like he jumped the fence.
He's on foot, armed and dangerous. You gotta shoot to kill now. I mean, I always recommend shooting to kill, period, but I guess that's what you were talking about, Don. No leg shots. No, none of that. That should never be the case. Only stupid people say shit like that.
BMA.
And only people that don't know anything about law enforcement and or military say shit like that. It's okay though.
Jean jacket. I think I need medics for my personnel.
Hey, good. Hey, good. Hey, good. Sparks, Nevada looks like it has some really cool people there. Half the neighborhood comes out to assist the officer. This is almost like that one video I did where there was a barricaded suspect,
we saw this
and
too.
the entire neighborhood came out with guns to shoot at the suspect and help the officer.
I'm hit!
7-4 walking. Good job, random citizens.
I got your back.
Not long after this, police started setting up a perimeter around the neighborhood. Dispatch then received this 911 call.
911, what's the address for emergency?
Hands-on programs for hands-on people. ECPI University.
I've always liked working with my hands.
What? Yeah.
I gotta go back. Don with the 5. Getting hit with the force of 10 Nolan Ryan fastballs makes anyone's day suck. Dude, it sucks. It really does. Just because the bullet, I'm telling you, man, just because it stopped, and we see it all the time. We see it all the time happen in the Kentucky ballistic videos where, you know, there's like a vest or a plate on the dummy that he's shooting at, and yeah, the vest stops the projectile. But do you see what it does to the stomach and the chest? Bro, that shit literally caves in. It'll knock the fucking wind out of you. It will make you drop. It really will. Just because it didn't, it hurts, bro. And just because it's small, don't let it fool you, bro. It stops, and that's just a whole bunch of like concussive force hitting you in this area. And it blows. It really does. I gotta go back a little bit. Hold on.
Yeah. Give it over to them now. In the house. There's a guy in your house with a gun?
Hostage situation. See, this is what we were talking about. This is what we were talking about the other day. This is what we were talking about the other day in the last donut operator video that we saw. Oh, you didn't have to shoot that many times. You didn't have to unload the magazine. You could have just shot him in the legs. You could have just shot him in the shoulder. Blah, blah, blah. No, you shoot to neutralize, because if you don't, that right there. I'm so glad that this is proving me right. This is proving me right. You shoot to neutralize, because if you don't, this suspect can escape to harm other people. Now there's a hostage. Now there's a hostage situation. And if we operated with the brain dead logic of, oh, just shoot him in the wrist, shoot him in the pinky, shoot him in a non-vital area. You don't have time for that. You shoot to neutralize. Otherwise, this person can get away and wreak more havoc like that. So glad this proved me right. I knew I was right. I didn't need validation, but
what you didn't hear from this call is another reason why you shouldn't f*** around with the citizens of Sparks, Nevada. After the crash we watched earlier with the U-Haul of Justice, the suspect fled on foot and forced himself into a nearby home. Dude, he is racking up the felonies. What do we got? Attempted murder of a police officer?
Home invasion, attempted,
Now we have a home invasion. Inside of the home was a mother cooking for her teenage son. Because she was cooking, she had a knife in her hand. Someone barges into this mother's home. Her son is there in the home. She has a knife in her hand. So what does she do? She stabs the fucking guy. After getting a little poke, he said, "No, I don't think I should stick around here." In the 911 call, you can hear the suspect ask the mother, "Did you shoot me?" "No, you retard. She stabbed you." Oh, I've been shot. This lady went full ass mama bear.
That's
on this
crazy.
waste of oxygen. Here we have a little bit of footage of the aftermath.
shout out to the mom. Holy. Sliced him up like a goddamn California roll.
He put a gun on my head. He was on the backyard and came inside.
Where is he?
I think he went to the other house.
Wait, it's okay. Which way? You went this way?
In the backyard, and then I think he jumped the fence, but I don't know where.
After he fled that residence, the local sheriff's office and the Reno Police Department joined in on the search.
He really could have killed that lady. And the son, too. If he really would have wanted to. I mean, he had no problem shooting at a police officer and trying to kill him. But he drew the line at the civilians. All right.
Search. They started going door to door looking for him.
Okay, back to work.
During this time, the suspect had entered another residence and took a woman hostage. He forced her into her car and then attempted to leave the area. As police were searching the neighborhood, they made contact with the woman. She was in her driveway just moments before leaving.
Sparks, police! Police department! Hey, just cover me just in case the guy might be in there.
You don't survive this, homie. You don't survive this at all. Suspect hiding in the back of the car.
Show me your hands! Sparks, police! Put your hands up! Stop! That doesn't look like anyone's in there. Hi, so we have a critical incident that's going on. It's kind of dangerous right now. Did anyone jump inside your yard or backyard? Where are you headed to? Okay. What I need you to do, can you go inside your house and shelter in place? Let's get this family out of here. And we need them for detectives so they get more information.
That had to be the most butt-puckering moment in that woman's life. Obviously, the officers didn't see the suspect in the back, but they felt a little weird about it. You know, just one of those gut feelings. They searched her house and decided to check on her again, to make sure the suspect wasn't inside of her house. When they got to the house to knock on the door, they saw her crawling around on the ground.
Yeah. Well, please.
Man, she knew that firefight was about to happen. She absolutely knew. She's like, cops are here. I need to get down because bullets are about to fly.
Yeah.
Smart lady.
Well, please. Hey, there's an older WFA in this house. She's the one I talked to.
They go back inside?
Yeah. Hello, please. Get her up! Get her! Get her! Hey, stand up!
That's some good shooting. I wonder where the suspect was in relation to her being crouched on her knees by the front door.
Are you hurt? Get her up! Get her up! Get her up! Get her up! I got you.
She's got shots in the
I got you.
Cover.
I got her.
Hand over here. Here, I got one hand. You get the other. Let's go. Let's go. Let's get him behind the car.
That was some good shooting. I don't think homie was down yet because we heard more shots get fired off.
Stay right here, man.
Get the f*** out of there!
Here's another body camera angle from an officer who sprays the side of her house to suppress the suspect's fire.
Can I go back inside? Yeah.
Yeah.
Get her out! Get her out! Get her out! Are you hurt? Where is he? Get her out! I don't know. He's in back of my.
That answers your question, Ticken.
He's shooting at us deep.
During this exchange of bullets between the suspect and the officers, they were able to drag the hostage away to safety, but not without more of the officers being hit. Again, an officer was saved by his vest when it stopped a bullet. One of the officers even had his ear pro shot off.
We've come to know it as the magic bullet theory.
But wait, there's more. With the suspect fleeing from the house, running through the backyard, jumping a fence,
He's still alive?
falling somehow and breaking into another house. That homeowner was able to hide in their bathroom and call 911. It's really surprising me that not a lot of these people have guns handy in their house.
Somebody has broken in my house and barricaded my bathroom. The police have got the street blocked off.
No, he definitely got shot. Probably quite a few times. Probably in the... Actually, in this case, probably in the leg area and the abdomen area. He probably had some kind of cover, but he did get shot. You can see it.
He's got it right down the front door.
Okay. He's barricaded in the bathroom?
No, I'm in the bathroom.
This is what he should have been doing from the very beginning. He probably could have gotten away. You think about it. Because police were going to go door to door and secure a perimeter. He could have gotten as far away as he could have and just like hid inside of a dumpster, waited it out, maybe until nightfall, and then try to make a smooth getaway that way if you're really intent on escaping, but he probably didn't think of any of this shit, so.
Does he know you're in there?
I don't know, maybe.
What's your name?
I'm scared to death.
It's not clear if
he's definitely been shot. You can tell by the way he's running.
Suspect heard the woman calling 911, but he got spooked somehow. But this dumb motherfucker has had bad luck with houses lately, so he decided to instead creep around her backyard and think about his options, which honestly isn't a bad call on his part. As you can see, the firing squad and SWAT team lined up across from the house, which he notices, prompting him to hide in a shed in the backyard. While our suspect is spending a little bit of his time hiding in that kill box, the woman who is hiding in her bathroom decides this is a great time to make a run for the police officers. The suspect must have heard her leave her house, and so he goes back into the house. Now we have a barricaded suspect inside of that house. For the next 5 hours, crisis negotiators tried to reason with the man, get him out.
Damn. Yo, the 5 hours. That's crazy. I would have thought that you would have just called SWAT, throw a goddamn six-banger in there, and then just, yeah, you might catch a bullet or two, but you put his ass down, really. He's gonna die here anyways.
Out of the house. But believe it or not, the guy who has been trying to murder police officers and civilians all day, missing his shots by mere centimeters and hitting others with bullets, doesn't respond. I feel like this is one of those things where you should treat it like warfare, where you just toss in a couple of frags and then bulldoze the place over. Problem solved. Problem stays solved.
Rangers lead the way. Honey Badger FTW.
So SWAT does what SWAT does, and they go in.
Yeah, they really did give this guy a 5-hour standoff. Man, okay, he's barricaded. The person that lives there is not in there anymore. We got 360-degree security. Let's just wreck this shit. Really. But hey.
And get him.
Stay right there, watch. Yeah, there. We got blood on the fridge, dude.
Dude is on his Grand Theft Auto shit right now, man. And that's it. You're good. Let him bleed out. Job well done. They're probably not going to do that. They're going to do some lame shit and give him first aid.
Back it up. I got you. I got you. Work it out. Work it out.
Which, in these situations, I don't think you deserve first aid from law enforcement and or medical services. That's just a waste of medical services. But some people might disagree. I don't really care.
As they see the suspect curled up in some filth, his natural habitat, he opens fire once again, striking one of the officer's flashlights. So far, he's killed 2 vests, some ear pro, and a flashlight. This man really has it out for police gear. Yeah. I really don't know where these agencies keep getting their level 3A flashlights. Remember, I did a video not too long ago where an officer got shot in a flashlight and it stopped. Seriously though, keep it up. Those are quality flashlights. As you can see, the officers backed out of the garage and they try to negotiate with the suspect for another 2.5 hours. Like I said, pop some frags and just roll over that house. Dude. I could solve this problem with a little bit of gasoline and a lighter. But no, cops can't do that.
Why not? Criminals can do it. The only thing that's going to get fucked up here is quite possibly the shed or the house. I mean, yeah, the city's going to have to reimburse this lady for all the damages that were caused, at the very least by police, not the suspect. But This seems like a long time, man. A really long time to be dealing with one fucking person. Did it ever occur to you that he might be dead? And you're just out there wasting time? I don't know. He's been shot multiple times at this point. I don't understand why they haven't used flashbangs, why they haven't used a grenade. He's in a tight space. Why they haven't used any kind of gas, right? I saw a situation unfold where this one dude broke into a gas station and shot the clerk, but before he shot the clerk activated lockdown mode on his gas station and it locked all of the doors. So he was stuck inside of the gas station and could not get out. Could not get out. He tried, could not get out of the gas station. So what police did, they went in there and gassed his ass out. That's it. Pretty simple, but different places, different states, different counties, different rules, I suppose. A different SOP, I guess.
So right there, the suspect did not feel the need to respond. Most likely because he can't feel anything at all. See, that last exchange with officers, SWAT dumped some rounds on the way out. Just a little suppressing fire to get out. Some of those shots landed when officers re-entered the garage. He somehow died from all the bullets striking him. You killed him.
Kind of what I figured. Y'all sat there and stared at a house or a garage or a shed with a dead guy in it for 2 hours. Come on, man.
No, I shot him. Bullets in the fall killed him.
And police officers found a .40 caliber Glock next to his body, and nothing of value was lost. All of the officers who were wounded were treated at a local hospital and released with minor injuries. Well, we have a dead suspect who obviously decided he wanted to die. He took multiple hostages, barricaded himself inside 3 homes, and ambushed several officers. He was
all because he didn't have a license plate, which means that he probably wasn't allowed to have a gun. Really. You're probably thinking, it's just a license plate, just take the ticket. Right? If the car is not stolen, but the car probably was stolen. Or maybe it's just, maybe it's expired tags or something like that. He didn't put it on there, didn't really give a fuck, and stuff like that. All because of a license plate. Which means that if he's doing this, all of this because of a license plate, who would risk going to jail this way over a license plate? A felon? He had a gun, right? Maybe he's not supposed to have one. Maybe this was his only way of getting out of that because he didn't want to go back to jail. I never understood the concept of dying before you go to jail. These dudes really would rather die before they go to jail. And it's just like, and if that's the case, you're probably not as tough as you think you are because you may think you might not survive in jail. Tough on the streets. Not so tough when you get incarcerated.
Gonna go to jail for a long fucking time.
Yeah.
Even with all that, striking several officers with bullets, they gave him every opportunity to give up. But he decided to...
They gave him way more opportunity than I would have given him. This wouldn't have taken 7 hours, bro. This would have taken 30 minutes.
Try and kill them instead.
And look where that got you.
What do you think about this incident? Let me know in the comments below. Should officers have waited a little bit longer? Given him a little bit more time?
No. All benefit of the doubt and goodwill goes out the window. Not just when you shoot at police, but when you start putting the lives of innocent civilians in danger, taking them hostage, trying to use them as human shields, trying to fucking steal their shit, invading their home. It shouldn't have taken this long. I mean, job well done and everything, but I mean, dude, you essentially had this guy not gotten shot as many times as he did, he had 8 hours to quite possibly find another house to go into. I know they had the place surrounded, but still, he's already broken into 3 homes. He's already shot at a cop. He's already shot at multiple cops. Why they were so gracious with this man is kind of confusing, really, but...
And more patient, or was this just always how it was going to end?
The game was rigged from the start.
If you want to help support the channel, go watch my vlog.
Yeah. Well, there's that. One less turd. More oxygen for us. Like Donut said, nothing was lost. He's only dead. Who cares? Doesn't matter. He doesn't matter. And to the parents of this jagaloon, if he has any, make another one. Try harder next time. That's it. This is the way it goes. Good riddance. Shaka Khan. All right. Let's see. All right. Vince, are you in here? We're about to watch some Fat Electrician. I'm so glad this one's not 41 minutes. I love Fat Electrician, but man, those longer videos. Ugh. I mean, this is already long, but. Where's my other game? Oh, this is probably an older one that we haven't seen, I think. Let's see. Okay. All right.
We have three choices. The coward's choice.
You know somebody's an absolute...
All right. Fat Electrician. One's titled RAF's Legless Anti-Hero. Sir Douglas Bader. Hell yeah. Let's see.
You know somebody's an absolute gangster when they're not an American, and I'm still gonna make a video about him. Today we're talking about Sir Douglas Bader, a World War II British RAF fighter pilot ace.
Oh, that's how it's pronounced? Bader, not Bader? Okay. Let's start again.
You know somebody's an absolute gangster.
Royal Air Force. Got it.
When they're not an American, and I'm still gonna make a video about him. Today we're talking about Sir Douglas Bader, a World War II British RAF fighter pilot ace with at least 22 confirmed kills, and he managed to do all of that as a double amputee with no legs, which I think we can all agree is a pretty impressive feat.
Yes. No pun intended.
Or lack thereof. But first, a word from our sponsor, because this video is brought to you by PermaSafe. All right, here's the deal. PermaSafe is not the average set of rubber gloves that you've seen at the hospital before. These things are designed for people that work outside of a clinical setting with their hands that still don't want to touch something gross or something hazardous. Your paramedics, your law enforcement officers, construction workers, mechanics, farmers, anybody that's working a manual labor job where typical rubber gloves.
Right here, okay.
Video. All right, Douglas Bader, born in London in 1910. World War I was going on when he was a child. His father and his older brother-in-law both fought in World War I. His father was an engineer, and his brother-in-law was a fighter pilot. Because of that, young Douglas knew that he wanted to be a fighter pilot too. So fast forward 1928, Bader's 18 years old. He just graduated from high school. He immediately joins the RAF as a cadet pilot, as well as going to Cambridge for college. And while doing that, he would become a star athlete for both organizations. While at Cambridge, he would play hockey, box, and become a star rugby player. Apparently, he was so good at rugby that it was believed that after college, he would join the national team to represent his country. And then for the RAF, he would end up playing on their official cricket team. I have no idea what cricket is, and I really don't care to learn.
Nobody understands cricket. You gotta know what a crumpet is to understand cricket.
I feel the same way about cricket. I used to see a lot of games of cricket, very, very popular over in Europe, and whenever I was deployed, a lot of the Afghans were just like in love with this sport. I would go to like bazaars and like barber shops and shit like that, and on their TV they would always have a game of cricket, and they would always be like this, fucking talking mad shit to each other, talking back and forth, and I'm just like, I mean, it reminds me of baseball, but. And then, like, the one dude would hit the ball over the fence, and I'm like, oh, shit, that's good. And then one of the Afghans would look at me and be like, no, it's not good at all. And I was like, what do you mean? He hit it over the fence. That's where I come from. That's a good thing, right? He's like, not the way it works, my friend. I was like, okay, well, this is confusing. I give up. I don't care. Fine.
I mean, yeah, I thought Crumpet was the mountain that the Grinch lived on, so obviously I have no idea what's going on. Fast forward again 2 years, 1930, he's still going to college at Cambridge, but he graduates from a cadet to a full-fledged commissioned pilot in the RAF, at which point he becomes known as an absolute daredevil while also being extremely talented. He can pull off every aerial maneuver known to man at this point, including some that are so dangerous that they're banned, and not only does he do those maneuvers, he does them below 2,000 feet, which is also against the rules because it's extremely dangerous. But Vader doesn't care about rules. He doesn't care what you tell him. That's just guidelines. He's going to do what he wants. Because of that, he actually gets
I like this guy already.
Selected to represent his squadron at the Hendon Air Show in a flying competition, which he wins. Then later that year in 1931, he is preparing to go defend his title at the Hendon Air Show in early 1932, at which point he tries a dangerous maneuver too close to the ground, and the wing of his Bristol Bulldog catches the ground, crashes the entire plane, crushing his legs.
That's how he loses
Because
his
of
legs.
this, both of his legs would have to get amputated, one above the knee and one just below the knee. At this point, you have to remember it's the 1930s. He is told that he's never going to be able to walk again without
Obviously.
crutches. And that's what they believed because nobody had ever done it before. But you also have to remember, Bada doesn't care what people tell him. The same attitude that got him into this mess by not listening to the rules is the same attitude that's going to get him out of this mess by not listening to what the experts tell him he's going to be capable of doing. Over the course of his
He's like, you don't know who the fuck I am, do you? I'm about to show you.
rehabilitation, not only does he regain the ability to walk without crutches or a cane, something he was told was going to be impossible, he also regains the ability to drive his sports car, golf, and dance, all on dual prosthetics. And he managed to do all of that in 4 months.
Which is very, very possible now, and almost kind of borderline whatever. You lost your 2 legs, you get some prosthetics, you'll be as good as new. Really, we see it all the time. But in the 1930s, this is something to be respected, something to behold, something to applaud.
Essentially by himself because all the experts thought it was impossible. It wasn't like modern day where there's an expert that has a refined process on how to help somebody out in his situation. No, this man blazed the entire path on his own with no background in physical therapy. He just figured it out. So fast forward June 1932, 5 months after losing both of his legs, he shows back up to the RAF like, hey guys, made a full recovery. Let's get me up in one of those planes so I can take it for a spin.
Let me guess. They said no.
Then, at which point they tell him, absolutely not, you don't have your legs, we're not going to let you fly.
He's like, I know I don't have my legs, but I'm not walking, dog, I'm flying. And I can drive a car. I can also dance. Give me a ball, and I can probably still play rugby too. So, yeah.
He then argues with the RAF, to which they agree that they're going to let him have a test flight with another pilot, and if he does good, everything should be fine.
Good.
So that's exactly what they do. He
yeah.
takes a plane up, he does a bunch of maneuvers, he lands the plane, all with the use of his prosthetic legs, no problem whatsoever. Because
I understand that you need your legs in order to fly these planes, but still, you know what I'm saying? It's one of those things.
He is a phenomenal pilot. He then gets cleared by a medical board saying that he is fit for active duty, and he is reinstated as a pilot. Fast forward 1 year later, April 1933, the RAF...
That's actually a pretty cool chain of command, pretty cool medical stuff going on there, because the reason that he ended up like this in the first place is because the motherfucker didn't like following rules. I'm actually surprised that they didn't take that into account. The only reason they said no is because he lost his legs, not because he refused to fly safe or he refused to do the right thing. They didn't take that into account at all. That's fantastic.
For seemingly no reason, decided that they were going to reverse that decision.
Oh, wait, hold on. Let me go back. God damn it.
and he is reinstated as a pilot. Fast forward 1 year later, April 1933, the RAF, for seemingly no reason, decided that they were going to reverse that decision and ground him because there was nothing in the King's regulations in regards to a legless pilot. To which Bada's like, yeah, no shit, I'm the first guy that's ever done it ever. That's why you guys put me through all that testing and a med board to see if I could do it, and I've been doing it for the last year. Why would you ground me now? To which the RAF was like, don't really care. That's what we decided. Fuck you. Get out of the plane.
Disregard everything I just said. Fuck.
Bada is then informed that he has to pick a new job where he stays on the ground, and Bada, being a man of his stature, isn't going to stand for that shit, so he retires early. From there, he spends the next couple of years collecting his military pension, working a desk job, golfing 36 holes a day. He also meets his wife and starts to settle down. Then, over the course of 1937, 1938, Douglas would write the Air Ministry multiple times saying, hey, if the next World War is going to kick off, let me know. I'm happy to come back and fly a plane for you. Then fast forward, sure enough, September 1st, 1939, Germany invades Poland, World War II kicks off, and the RAF finally decides to call back Douglas Bada.
Which begs the question, why ground him to begin with? Well, it's something that I say all the time. When there's no conflict, fuck out of here, peasant. As soon as there's a problem, hey, we need you. We really need you. We're sorry. We really shouldn't have done that. Come on back. Come on back. Yeah. Every time, bro. Every time.
So Douglas shows back up at an RAF base, and he is pumped because last time he was flying planes was 8 years ago, and they were like old biplanes like his Bristol Bulldog. Now they got Spitfires, they got Hurricanes. Planes have come a long ways in 8 years, and he is absolutely...
And they probably have better maneuverability, and this guy is the king of aerial maneuvers and even the dangerous ones, so he's about to have a fantastic time.
Thrilled to be able to get up and fly one. And at this point, RAF leadership yet again informs Douglas, oh, we're not actually going to let you fly a plane. You don't have any legs. That would be preposterous. We thought you wanted to join the war effort and do a ground job just to help out. At which point,
when the fuck did I
Douglas
say that?
is furious.
I'm a peacock! You gotta let me fly!
Luckily, however, some of the people that Douglas had served with prior 8 years ago
spoke on
were
his
now
behalf.
higher ranking officers, and they had some pull, and they convinced the higher leadership to give this guy a shot because he's an incredible pilot. So the higher ups finally agree to give Douglas a shot, but that shot entails him going back through flight school all over again, which he does, and after his first 11 hours of flying with an instructor, he is finally allowed to take up a plane on his own, and the first thing he does is invert it and fly it upside down at a low altitude right past all the instructors. Basically giving all of the instructors the middle finger. He then peels off and goes and does a bunch of other maneuvers, and you have to realize this is the first time he's been inside of the cockpit of a plane by himself in like a decade, and last time he was flying a plane solo, it was his Bristol Bulldog, which is a biplane, and now he's flying a Spitfire. This is a huge upgrade, and he is blown away.
This is like being an amazing driver in like a fucking Pinto. And then all of a sudden someone gives you a Corvette and you're just like, it's about to go fucking down.
How incredible this plane handles. He's able to take turns and pull off maneuvers way tighter and way faster than he ever would have dreamed of being able to do inside of a biplane. And initially, he gives all the credit to the new airplane and how advanced aircrafts have become. But then over the course of a little bit more training, he starts to realize not all the other pilots can pull off these turns and maneuvers as tight and as fast as he can inside of the Spitfire. They have the same plane. Is he just that much better than these guys, or what is going on? And then it dawns on him.
You ain't got no legs, Lieutenant Dane.
Yes, I know that.
He realizes that it's all because of G-force, because when a pilot takes a turn or does a maneuver, they're exposed to G-force, and if they do it too fast or too tight, they're exposed to too much G-force, all the blood in their body rushes down to their legs, and they lose consciousness. Okay, you see where this is going? Doug doesn't have any legs for the blood to rush to. G-force is just Viagra to this guy at this point. Dude is literally the real-life version of Star Fox. Yeah, remember the Nintendo video game? You ever notice how Star Fox...
Having no legs is actually working out in his favor. That's fucking crazy. That didn't even dawn on me till just now.
And everybody in his crew all have metal legs. According to the internet lore, it's because they all had their legs amputated to resist G-force more. In a weird twist of fate, his disability has turned into a physical advantage inside the cockpit of a fighter plane. He quite literally has a leg up on the competition. And because of this, a lot of other fighter pilots and high-ranking officers in the RAF start to not like Bada because they claim that he's arrogant and difficult to work with, because here he is getting told he's never going to walk again. Not only does he walk again,
I'd be arrogant too. And I'd be cocky. And I'd be an ass.
He learns how to golf, he learns how to drive a car, and now here he is.
And he has every right to be.
Out piloting most of them. What an arrogant prick. Luckily, Doug doesn't really give a shit. He's not here to make friends, he's here to win a war, and that's exactly what he sets about doing. His first combat mission is over the skies of Dunkirk during Operation Dynamo.
Still haven't seen that movie, by the way. I'm gonna get to it. I promise. I'm gonna get to it.
If you don't know, this is the operation where they had to evacuate the entire British military from Dunkirk. Yes, this is what the movie Dunkirk is about. If you
haven't seen it. I will get to it. I will.
Don't know, basically when Germany took over France using their new blitzkrieg tactic, they took over France so fast that the British army couldn't even get a foothold inside of France to start fighting back. The entire military was caught and surrounded in the city of Dunkirk, and they had to evacuate their entire army, barely making it out with their lives. And Douglas Bada was in the skies over Dunkirk in a
sitting ducks, really.
Spitfire running defense for these guys while they got evacuated. During this time, Bada claimed to have shot down 5 German Messerschmitt Bf-109s, but he is only officially credited with shooting down 1 and potentially damaging several others, because every time Bada says that he shot down an enemy plane, it is extremely scrutinized, because again, a lot of the other fighter pilots in leadership don't like him because they think he's an arrogant prick. So literally every plane that Bada is officially credited with shooting down has been spotted by him, his wingmen, and an independent third party on the ground to verify that he shot that plane down before they would give him credit for it. But that's besides the point. Whether he shot down 1 enemy or 5 ultimately doesn't really matter, because Douglas Bada and the rest of the RAF were able to hold off.
It says a lot more that the chain of command is trying to diminish his achievements than his actual achievements themselves, really. So
the German Air Force from bombing the men on the ground long enough for the entire British military to get evacuated so that they could live to fight another day. And because of this, Douglas was promoted to squadron leader and given command of Squadron 242, or at least what was left of it. You see, Squadron 242 was a bunch of Canadian Hurricane pilots that had been stationed in France and had been fighting the Luftwaffe for a while, and they had sustained heavy losses and their morale was cripplingly low. Bada comes in as their new leader, turns the entire squadron around, takes a squadron in shambles, and turns them into an effective fighting force again, cutting through red tape and bureaucratic bullshit to get his men what they needed to be successful. And because of this, even more of his peers and the chain of command starts to like him less, because he is sticking up for his subordinates. And to me, this is the most important part of the entire story, because as this story continues to go on, you're going to notice that the more successful this man becomes,
the angrier the chain of command becomes. Because it's just like, we hate this motherfucker. But we also can't fire him. We also can't let him go, because he's the best one. It's just like, yeah. Chain of command in America operates the same way. It's not enough to be good at your job, but you also have to be an ass kisser. It's not really my style either, bro. I'm gonna go out and do the job, but I'm also gonna give you a smooth fuck you if you give me any shit about how I operate. And if you don't like how I operate, go find somebody else. But you're not gonna find anybody else, because I'm the fucking best.
The more and more some people tend to not like him and try to trash his reputation. I have watched countless interviews of other people talking about their relationship with Douglas Bada when he was alive, and all of their opinions can be summed up into one of two. Opinion number 1, he is a literal superhero. Opinion number 2, he was an arrogant prick, but even I can't deny he was a good fighter pilot. And oddly enough, all of the people that thought he was an arrogant prick were fighter pilots that were in an adjacent unit, or leaders that were in an adjacent unit.
They were probably butthurt and envious that he could fly better than they could.
Not his unit, because his chain of command
was probably nothing but glowing recommendations and nothing but good things to say.
Absolutely loved him, and all of the men that served underneath him also.
Like me, bro. When I was in the service, everyone over the rank of E7 despised me. Everyone under the rank of E5 loved me. That's just the way it goes, man. They pretty much demand you kiss their ass and just, yeah, I know, bro, I know.
Absolutely loved him. To give you an idea of how highly his men thought of him, one of the pilots that served underneath him, Sir Alan Smith, later in life said in an interview about the time that Douglas Bader made him second in command for a mission, it felt like God had told me to come up and keep an eye on heaven for him. Which to me says everything, because I think how you're perceived by your subordinates is a far better metric of your character
than your chain of command, your commander, your first sergeant, all of that stuff. What do the guys that actually do the hard, heavy lifting think of you?
And how you are seen by the people competing against you for a promotion. I'm pretty sure you're wrong, because I read on the internet one time that somebody's grandpa met him once during World War II, and that guy's grandpa told him that Douglas Bader wasn't very polite. Jesus Christ. Okay, first of all, word of mouth 4 degrees removed is not a reputable source, so I don't really care. Second of all, even if—
Who gives a shit if you're a dick? Who gives a shit if you're an asshole? Bro, the only people whose job it is to not be a dick and not be an asshole and keep a pristine, always well-liked persona are politicians. Politicians don't fight wars. Soldiers fight wars. So as long as you can get the job done, as long as you can shoot, move, and communicate and protect your team and complete the mission, I don't give a fuck if you're the biggest asshole on the planet. Can you do the job? You can? Fan-fucking-tastic. You know, a bunch of fucking pussies out here, bro. I swear, he wasn't very nice. Neither is Combat. Shut the fuck up. Ugh.
If that was true, let's put it into perspective. Your grandpa met the guy while he was in World War II. Okay, so at this point in time, Douglas Bader is literally a legless man in the biggest ass-kicking contest the world has ever seen, and he's winning, okay? The guy's probably got a lot on his plate. It wouldn't surprise me if he was a little stressed out and maybe angry sometimes, okay? Shit happens. Get over it. You know what? I'm sorry. I'm getting sidetracked. It just really, really annoys me when people that have never met somebody go out of their way to shit on their legacy for doing something incredible because it makes them feel better.
Or just shitting on someone, yet you've never been in the situation. You've never laced up a pair of boots. You've never gotten behind a plane. You've never gotten behind a gun. You've probably never even fired one, but here you are. He was mean. Shut the fuck up, pussy. That's why you don't serve. That's why you never have. You're just telling someone else's story.
Better about themselves. Anyways, moving on.
Yeah,
all right, fast forward
let's go. Holy shit.
July 1940, Douglas and Squadron 242 are going to partake in the defense of Great Britain during the Battle of Britain, which, if you don't know, is a period in time between July and October of 1940 where the Germans essentially tried to bomb Great Britain every single day. During this time, Squadron 242 is credited with shooting down 62 enemies and only having 4 of their own shot down. Of those 62 enemies that were shot down, 4 of them were shot down by Douglas Bader. This would bring his career total to 5, officially making him an ace fighter pilot. Because of this, news outlets pick up the story and they begin to portray Douglas as the hero of the Battle of Great Britain, essentially
further pissing off more of his chain of command.
using him for pure propaganda, like, hey, check this out, Great Britain has a legless fighter ace, and he is helping to win the war against the Nazis. We literally have a legless man beating you guys in an ass-kicking contest. What's up?
Fantastic.
So to all of you great MAGA Republicans, I love you, you know that. If you want to win a...
Hell yeah, Donald.
So now Douglas is getting all this attention. He's being used for effective propaganda, which is great, but it also serves to drive the divide even further between him and the other fighter pilots that already didn't like him, because now they're jealous that he's getting a bunch of attention for doing just as well as a lot of them did. And if that wasn't bad enough,
if not better,
he's now also on the shit list of the really high-ranking officers in the RAF because he had the audacity to back up his boss and friend, Lee Mallory. Basically, the standard operating procedure for the RAF during the defense of Britain was kind of like aerial guerrilla tactics. As soon as they identified an incoming bombing run, they would scramble a small group of RAF fighters that would go up and utilize hit-and-run tactics to shoot down the bombers. Lee Mallory, on the other hand, thought that they should respond with overwhelming force in a strategy that he referred to as the Big Wing. And this was essentially taking somewhere between 3 and 5 squadrons in one giant formation, like 50 to 70 fighter planes.
And let me guess, just being offensive as fuck?
all at once and running right towards the bombing runs.
Yeah.
And Douglas agreed that this was a good strategy, and he was a huge proponent of it. Ultimately, throughout the Battle of Britain, the Big Wing was only used 5 times. Of the 5 times that it was used, the men that flew in the formation said that it was incredibly effective and they shot down a bunch of enemies. The men that did not fly in the formation
said that it
wasn't as effective as they're claiming it was, and that they're lying. So that aspect is kind of an unknown, but we do know for certain that planes flying in the Big Wing formation were safer because there's safety in numbers. That makes sense. They were less likely to get shot down. The downside of the Big Wing was that it took a lot of time to get that many planes up in the air and in formation, so
that's why you wake up early.
Time was lower. So as far as which plane was better, aerial guerrilla warfare or the Big Wing, I'm not really sure, but
It really depends on the situation and the climate and the territory and the area and how the enemy is moving and how the enemy is operating. It's mission dependent, really.
Thing is for certain, using both of them multiple times had a beneficial effect, because the first time the Big Wing was used, all the German pilots were being told that Great Britain only had 10, 15, 20 aircrafts left, and they go out on this bombing run, and here comes 70 Spitfires and Hurricanes and just fucks up their whole day. It had a devastating effect on enemy morale.
That's intimidating.
And on top of that, now they don't know what the British tactics are. They have to both anticipate.
And they also don't know what the fuck they have. They thought they had less than what they did. So we thought they had 15, but actually they just rolled up with 70. So if they can afford to roll up with 70, they probably have 2, 3, 4 times that, but we don't actually know. So shit.
Being attacked with overwhelming numbers and being attacked with a small, fast, responsive hit-and-run force, which made it very difficult for the Germans to plan
and to predict
their attacks, because now they had to plan for both overwhelming numbers and a fast, responsive force. So yeah, in addition to his newfound fame, people are also upset that
puts the burden on the Germans.
He had the audacity to have an opinion of how to conduct aerial warfare, even though he's an ace fighter pilot, presumably an expert in aerial warfare, but whatever. Regardless, Douglas ends up getting a promotion to wing commander, and he is now in charge of 3 squadrons instead of 1. So then, from late 1940 to August of 1941, Douglas and his men take the fight to the Germans, flying hundreds of missions, shooting down a ton of Germans. Douglas himself shoots down an additional 17, bringing his career total to 22, 6 probables, and a bunch more shared. But on August 9th, 1941, Douglas Bader would fly his last mission ever when he would collide in midair with a German Messerschmitt Bf-109. Somehow Douglas survives the initial impact, but his plane is absolutely going down, so he quickly opens the canopy and goes to climb out of the plane, but the impact has crushed one of his prosthetic legs inside the cockpit, and he can't get out. So he's pulling on it, he's desperately trying to get out of this plane, and time is running out. He only has a few seconds left, and he says, fuck it, it's worth a shot, and he opens his parachute while still inside the plane. His parachute catches wind and rips him out of his prosthetic and out of the cockpit.
What a genius.
He then attempts to evade German capture, hopping around on a single prosthetic leg.
What a goddamn genius. Quick on his feet. I even said it, bro, rip it off. But quick thinking, the wherewithal, the presence of mind in such a stressful situation. I'm surprised the impact didn't kill him, but the impact was probably wing to wing and maybe not a full head-on collision. That could have been devastating. But good lord.
He is eventually captured and becomes a prisoner of war. Okay, now to be fair, technically we don't know for sure that it was a mid-air collision that he was involved in because his plane was never recovered, and like I said, everything Douglas reports back is extremely scrutinized because leadership doesn't like him. And they came to the conclusion that Douglas made up the mid-air collision story because he didn't want to have to admit that he was shot down and bested by a German pilot. And their reasoning for that is that the German documentation captured after the war...
Well, if you couldn't find the plane, you can't make those assumptions either. If you're not going to let him tell his story about a collision, then you also, on the flip side of that coin, can't say anything either. Oh, you didn't have a mid-air collision because we can't find the plane to prove it. But you also can't say that he made it up because you can't find the plane to prove it. You know what I'm saying? Like, holy shit.
Didn't show that there was any mid-air collision around this time period. Here's a caveat to that. The documentation also didn't show that they shot down Douglas either. So now the leading theory is that he was actually a victim of friendly fire somehow. Which, you know what, to be fair, as much as I want to have Bada's back on this one, if you take a step back and really look at it, it does make perfect sense because What person in their right mind would take the word of their own guy who was fucking there and lived through it over the word of the German military in the 1940s?
Yeah.
I mean, the Germans back then were just batting 100. They never fucking lied about anything ever.
Right.
They definitely didn't build an entire military in secrecy, violating the Treaty of Versailles so they could try to take over the fucking planet. And they definitely didn't have a crazy military dictator dosed up on amphetamines and testosterone who people were literally scared to give him bad news. There's no way that they would lie on this documentation.
No.
We had hundreds of people join the USCCA yesterday, so I'm here in our fulfillment center.
All right, so back to Douglas. He's hanging out at this POW camp with one prosthetic leg. Word finally gets spread around throughout Britain and throughout the German ranks that they finally caught the famous legless fighter ace that the British had. And upon hearing that, one of Germany's most famous fighter pilot aces, Adolf Galland, who had apparently been running missions against Bada for a while now, wanted to go meet him in person. And for whatever reason, he's actually nice to Bada, so nice that he actually writes the British government.
Game recognizes game right there. Little bit of respect.
And is like, hey, we got your guy. He's missing one of his legs. Would you guys mind airdropping another prosthetic for him so he could walk around? To which Britain is like, absolutely, sure, why not? Great Britain launches Operation Leg, where they are given free passage through German airspace to airdrop an extra prosthetic leg for Bada. And then after dropping the leg, they kept going and bombed the local power plant. Okay, look, if you're not cheating, you're not trying. You don't like it, don't try to take over the entire world. I don't know what else to tell you. So now that Bada's got both his legs, he decides it is going to be his personal mission to be the biggest pain in the ass humanly possible. He is going to constantly try to escape the POW camp, and he is going to fuck with the guards every chance he gets, or as he calls it, goon baiting. One of his first attempts at escape, he's on like the third story of a hospital, so he takes all the bed sheets he can find, ties them together in a rope, just like you see in the movies, ties it to the radiator in the room, throws the rope out the window, but the rope isn't long enough. And he's looking around, he's like, shit, what else can I use? There's a guy in a coma that he's sharing the room with. So he ties the rope to that guy's bed frame and pushes the guy in the coma bed over to the window to get it close enough to the ground. He rappels down to the ground and runs off, but the Germans catch him again. Then after he gets out of the hospital, he goes to a normal POW camp where he tries to Andy Dufresne his way out. He tries to dig a tunnel out of the POW camp using his prosthetic leg as a shovel.
He's like, if y'all are gonna keep me as a POW, I'm gonna make you earn it. And that's always a thought I had in my head. Had I ever gotten captured while I was in Afghanistan, I was going to be the biggest fucking menace. I was going to make them kill me, bro. I was either going to make them kill me or be so motherfucking unbearably annoying that they would just let me go. Probably not. They would have just killed me, but whatever. That I had it in my head, man. Yeah. Same.
And taking all the excess dirt that he has, putting it inside of his prosthetic leg and walking a ways with it before falling down to dump out all the excess dirt so they never see any big dirt piles. But eventually that plan gets busted too, and then in August of 1942, after a year in captivity, he finally makes it out of the POW camp. He escapes, and he's gone for like 36 hours. They put out a nationwide manhunt. They're getting posters ready. They are absolutely gonna find this guy. They were getting their ass kicked by him in aerial combat. There is no way that these guys are gonna—
That's their trophy right there, is Sir Douglas.
Admit that a man with no legs was able to escape their POW camp. Eventually, they do end up tracking him down, take him back into custody, at which point they decide they're going to send him to Colditz Castle, which is believed to be an inescapable prison, which is apparently where he has to go because they are absolutely not going to let the guy with no legs get away. And that is where he would remain until 1945 when the U.S. Army liberated him and returned him home. From there, he would receive a hero—
I really can't believe he survived all of this. He survived losing his legs in the first place, got his legs back, multiple flight missions, multiple combat scenarios, fighting against the enemy, 22 plus kills, mid-air collision, almost face plants into the fucking earth in a free fall dive, escapes that, goes to a German POW camp where at any point they could have killed him. For that, because, you know, in this time, the German military was known for being very ruthless. Survived that, multiple escape attempts, goes to maximum security, and survives that too. Jesus.
hero's welcome, retire from the RAF, and then a movie would be made about his life called Reach for the Sky. It is considered to be a classic piece of British film, and it made him one of the most famous men on the planet at this point in time. He then decided that he was going to use all of his newfound fame to put out the message that it was still possible to accomplish things after a horrific injury and becoming disabled, and he became one of, if not the biggest advocate for disabled people on the planet. For this service to the world, he would end up getting knighted by the Queen and officially become Sir Douglas Bader. He would then continue to travel and give talks and advocate for the rest of his life until passing away at the age of 72 on September 5th.
72 years old. This dude should have been dead long before that, in my opinion. 72.
1982.
And in these times, that's like the equivalent of living to 100 now, I think.
But one of those talks that he gave is actually my favorite part of this entire story because it really captures how much of an anti-hero Douglas Bader really was. He was giving a speech at an all-girls school telling his incredible story about being a pilot during World War II. And at some point during that story, he says, and I quote, "So there were 2 of the fuckers behind me, 3 of the fuckers to my right, and another fucker on the left." At this point, the audience is like... And the headmistress of the school has all the color drained from her face, and she goes ghost white, and she's like, ladies, a fucking is a German aircraft. At which point, Sir Douglas Bader replies, and I quote, "That may be, madame, but these fuckers were Messerschmitts." Thank you for watching. Best way to support the channel is go check out thefatelectrician.com, get some merch, subscribe to Patreon.
Douglas, can you just keep the profanity to a minimum, maybe? Just, you know, be a little bit dignified and respectful. He's like, fuck that. I fought in the big war, lady. Speak how the fuck I speak. All right? Oh, that's so good. Oh, that's great. He's not gonna take rules before the service. He didn't take rules during the service, and you're damn sure not gonna give him rules after the service. He's like, I earned the right to speak this way. I got knighted, bitch. I speak however I want. All right, that's how it's gonna go. That may be the case, but those fuckers were... Oh, that was fantastic. Yeah, the dudes that pretty much called him a superhero. It's not too far off. That's not too far off. I won't disagree. I won't disagree with that. That was a good story. That was fun. Oh, I love a good anti-hero story because that's essentially the way that I operated, man. That's how I operated when I was in the service. I was a perfect combat soldier, bro. I was just not very well liked in garrison. If you don't know what garrison means, that means, you know, back stateside at a fort or a camp or something like that. Garrison is, you know, Fort Stewart, Fort Benning, you know, Fort Drum, all this stuff. And when I was deployed, I was the guy, right? I was the guy. We had others that were the guy, right? But I was great in that environment. I thrived in that environment. I could always get the job done in that environment. But then when I would come back home and it was the dog and pony show and this and that and a whole bunch of ass kissing and a whole bunch of politics, I was not good at that at all. And I was hated for it. I did not like participating in that at all. And I was hated for it. I talked shit about that and I was hated for it. I really was. I did not like playing the game. And I refused to play the game. I was like, I am a goddamn soldier. I'm not a politician. I'm not Mother Teresa. I'm not a fucking angel. You know what? Better yet, send me back to Afghanistan. I'd rather be there for the rest of my life than to be here for 5 more minutes. I hated Garrison. I hated everything about all of it, man. It was just there's a some of you might not know what I mean, and some of you that are combat veterans might know what I'm talking about, but there's a special kind of freedom that you have when you're deployed. There's a special kind of freedom mentally and physically to where it's just you, your buddies, your rifle, and the mission, as opposed to being back home and it's just you, your buddies, and just a whole bunch of unnecessary, unwarranted, dumb ass bullshit. It's very simple when you're deployed. Very, very easy when you're deployed. You got the mission, you do the mission, you finish, you get some sleep. You got the mission, you do the mission, you get some sleep. Sleep, mission, work, and some fuck games in between. That's not the case when you're back home. When you're back home, it's just that they all want you to be Steve Rogers. They all want you to be Captain America. And it's just like, no, this is dumb, bro. Like, I didn't like it. I didn't thrive in that situation, and I wasn't good in that environment. I just wasn't. I wasn't a good garrison soldier. I was a good combat soldier. And, well, that's just the way it goes sometimes, unfortunately for me. So, If you can't play nice, people don't like you. And I wasn't nice, bro. I was the kind of soldier that if you said some stupid shit, I was going to let you know just how fucking stupid it was, and it didn't matter your rank. If you did some stupid shit, I was going to tell you exactly why that was fucking stupid, and it didn't matter your rank. I didn't really hold my tongue all that much at all whatsoever. And I was very, very liberal with the way that I spoke when I was in the military. However, when I was deployed both times, it was just easy for me. I knew what needed to be done. I knew what was expected of me. I did what was asked of me, and I did it to my best ability, and I never failed. Never failed, man. But back home, it was just like, I couldn't do it. It was much easier for me to be deployed than it was for me to be back home. And that's just like sad to say, but there's some veterans out there and some soldiers that might be able to relate to that. It was just, you know. All right. Well, Alexander, I know that you requested something, but I'm about to hop off, go deal with my niece. I have to fill out some paperwork for a doctor's appointment that I need to go to because I need to get more medicine for my fucking epilepsy because I'm running out and I don't have the time or the luxury to drive 8 hours back to my hometown just to see this fucking doctor, to get an appointment, just to get a refill. So I have to knock out that in a timely fashion sometime today. Gotta go deal with my niece, and I'm hungry. However, your request, we can do it on Tuesday. Monday is going to be a music stream because, you know, the week resets. Monday's going to be a music stream, and then Tuesday's going to be a variety stream. I'll tell the moderators to keep your request on the list for Tuesday. And when we get through all of that stuff, when we get through the patron request and the sub request and quite possibly the donation request, we can and will do yours. I won't forget about it. If it's in the Discord, it's there. It'll stay there until we do it. And you don't have to worry about me doing it if you're not here. If you're not in that stream, I'll just wait until you come back. All right? And then Christian will also do yours when that time comes as well. You already know the deal, but Alex does not. So that's the way it is going to go. I think the weather's clearing up a little bit, so I may be able to take my niece to go pick these damn strawberries. And I gotta give this fucking Rottweiler a bath. I gotta do a whole bunch of shit. I'm not gonna download this stream. Y'all can rewatch it back if y'all want. But there's 2 Twitch streams that I need to edit, and there's 2 Twitch streams that I need to upload to Rumble. If you guys don't follow me on Rumble, you can follow me there. Check out all the streams that we do on Twitch, completely unedited. That way y'all can watch at will, whatever y'all want at y'all's own leisure. All right. So thank you so much, guys, for hanging out. Don, if you're still in here, I appreciate all the donations from earlier. And have a good weekend, man. It's Saturday. So have a safe day. Be safe. If you decide to do anything, drive safe, drink safe, all of that stuff. Y'all need anything from me, y'all can always hit me up on Instagram. You can hit me up in the Discord. I prefer the Discord. If y'all aren't in the Discord, be sure to join the Discord. It's mainly for patrons because they get priority, but anyone's free to join and put your request in. Like I said, whenever we finish all of the priority stuff, we can get to all of the other stuff. All right. And yeah, have a fantastic rest of y'all's day. Have a fantastic rest of your weekend. Enjoy your Sunday. And hopefully I see all of you on Monday. Monday's going to be on Twitch. We're going to be on Twitch Monday through Friday, and then back on Saturday here on YouTube. These YouTube streams are weekly. We didn't go live last Saturday on YouTube because my dad was visiting. He's not here anymore, so, you know, back to the weekly YouTube streams. All right, so, again, thank you so much for supporting the channel, supporting the Twitch streams, all that stuff, yada, yada, what y'all usually do. I truly appreciate you guys, and, yeah, have a fantastic rest of y'all's weekend. Enjoy y'all's day. And I'm lingering. I gotta go. All right. Bye, guys.